bought a suit for interviews, he'd never go on. It hangs inside his closet, never thought of since he bought it. But when he runs across his friends from college, he will say, I'm pursuing my dreams, day by day, day by day. He met a girl, he met his wife, they split the bills and rent. They fell in love in August, by November they were spent. And when her parents visit on the holidays, he'll say, I'm pursuing my dreams, day by day, day by day. The years go by, and so do I. The years go by, and so do I. The years go by, and so do I. So do I. So do I. She doesn't love him anymore, his love for her is gone. They thought it'd last forever, but it turns out they were wrong. And when he runs across a sympathetic ear, he'll say, I'm pursuing my dreams, I'm pursuing my dreams, I'm pursuing my dreams, I'm pursuing my dreams. And when he runs across his friends from college, he will say, I'm pursuing my dreams, day by day, day by day. Okay, now, does that sound better? God, man, I hope it does, because every now and again, my computer just takes a complete shit and decides to like just change settings and hey Oxy, hey Jordan, how you doing? Yeah, okay, great, and I sound normal, good. Yeah, man, it's like I haven't changed a single setting. But of course, it decided, the computer decided to like I haven't done anything that, anyway, whatever. I forgot. I forgot that I should always reinstall the drivers right before I stream. Adjust my hair. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense, Mary. All right, so as I was saying before, we were so rudely interrupted by my really frustrating computer problems. I'm gonna play today. I'm gonna start with the very first song. Actually, I'm not even gonna start with the very first song on the very first record. I'm gonna start with Vermicious K songs that I actually can remember. So I'm gonna start off with the very first song that I can still play that I wrote way back in the day. So this is the song called Boba Fett. This song, it's really funny. I never made that connection. I never once actually really thought about it until I was hanging out with you guys on stream and I was talking about the relevance of this song. And I realized that had this song not been written, I wouldn't be here today. I would not be the musician I am today. I would not be in front of you. I like, the thing is that like my life would have been very, very, very different had this song not been written. Oh yeah. Come on, guys. Do we want to be known as the Boba Fett band? That sentiment too really did totally transform my band, you know? So yeah. Had we played Boba Fett that very first KXLU show, there would be no Get Set Go. It's crazy. I mean, it's really funny. That for me, I think is the biggest like defining aspect of my life. My entire life, who I am right here, right now, right in front of you guys, is by total happenstance. Had I not gone to be an extra So Al Burton, who was the executive producer of the show Facts of Life, was the executive producer of the show Different Strokes, was the executive producer of Charles in Charge. So he was the guy. He was one of the creators and executive producers of all these shows. And he and I just had established a friendship when I was living in the Palm Springs area in a place called Palm Desert, which is really funny because Palm Desert is a huge musical town. And I was a musician back in the day, and part of this desert generator scene, but I didn't really consider myself a musician, and I had no interest in pursuing music professionally at this point in time, you know, and I thought I wanted to be an actor, and so I met Al Burton, and I did everything in my power to maintain that friendship and maintain that relationship, and Al Burton had me read for some roles, and I was terrible because I didn't understand. I was an actor, and I didn't realize that sitcom acting is a very different kind of thing, and it's mostly caricatures. You know, you're supposed to be real, but you're also supposed to be pitched at 10.5. Not so unreal as to be completely unreal, but just a little, you know, like that's like Belky from Perfect Strangers, or Fez from the that 70s show, you know. So Al Burton invites me to go do a he runs across me. He's doing a show called American High School USA, and he's shooting the pilot. And so basically the premise behind American High School USA was that the producers would show up at a high school, and they would hand out these questionnaires to the entire student body, and the student body would go through. And so it was like, who's the funniest in your class, you know, and who's the most athletic, and who's the smartest, and who's the most creative, you know, like, and there were these totally banal kind of like cookie cutter questions, and then people that were selected, they would interview us, you know, and that was basically the premise of the show, American High School USA. And they would travel from town to town, interviewing kids at schools, like interviewing the kids that were selected by their peers. And so I was selected. I think I was selected as the funniest, which is really silly because I was not a comedian funny. I was just a provocateur. Like I really had no. I knew that school was bullshit. I knew that school was not 100% for me, at least the way that they were teaching school. I knew that I could take a month and study I could study the textbook in a month, except for maybe the maths and the sciences, but everything else, like, give me a month and I'm done with it. I don't need to take a whole semester to learn this shit, you know? And so I was just a silly person, you know, like I would just do these provocative things just to just to keep it interesting for me, you know? And so, yeah. Thank you, Mary. So I interviewed with Al Burton and his producers interviewed me, and he gave me his business card, which he gave his business card. He gave his business card to every single person they interviewed, and there must have been 25 or 30 of us, and I was the only one that actually reached out to him. So I asked him. I'm like, okay, I'm like, oh, so like, what do I do with this card? And he's like, well, you know, if you're in the Los Angeles area, give us a call. So I made a point of being in LA within like 2 weeks, and hey, man, I'm in town. It's me from, you know, American High School USA pilot. You know, can you and he set up they got me onto the back lot, and I went up to his office and we hung out for 20 minutes. And while I was waiting to hang out with Al, because Al was in a meeting, I actually played Super Mario Brothers with Scott Baio, who was Charles from Charles in Charge. It turns out that he's an arch conservative kind of nut job, but at this point in time he was a young guy, and so we played Super Mario Brothers together, and it was awesome, you know. And so I kept doing that every couple months. I would make a point to be in. I'm in Los Angeles. I just wanted to call and see if you guys would be interested in having me say hello. And they always said yes. Al always said yes. And so I just made a point of going up there. And so I read for some parts, but I was terrible. I was terrible at the whole sitcom thing. And that's what he did, is sitcoms. And then he goes, hey man, Mike, you know, like we're going to be shooting a pilot for another show, kind of like American High School USA. It's called Gotcha. Do you want to come and be an extra? And it was like the following weekend, and I had to work, and I had plans, and I couldn't, and everything in my person said, don't do this, because you can't, you just, like, you've got too much on your plate. And I was like, fuck it. I was like, yeah, of course I'll do it. I'd love to do it. Of course I'll be there. So what are you talking about? All of my friends liked him, and so someone told me he was a douchebag, but he wasn't my type anyway. What's that in reference? Was that anyway? So I went. I even equivocated over the next week. I equivocated as to whether I was going to go. I knew I could call up and say, hey, I can't do it this time, and I knew there would be other opportunities. But the thing is, I still decided, fuck it, I'm going to do it. And I went out there, and there were a bunch, and it was literally me and my buddy Doug, who was a skater. And so Doug didn't want to be part of the extra stuff. So Doug was there, I was there. We were on the back lot. We're hanging out in like the Universal subway crash ride. It was like this. There was this big subway. I don't remember. I don't even know if it's still there, but it was just like this like subway thing where the subway comes in. You're like standing there, and the subway's coming in, and then it crashes, and the things fall apart, and everything like. And it's just like a studio set that's supposed to like show you what special effects look like practical special effects look like. And we're shooting this show Gotcha with a guy by the name of Jordan Brady, who is still an acquaintance of mine going back all these many years. And Jordan, and there's all these kids, like all the other extras. I'm like 17 years old or 18. No, I'm 18 going on 19. No, I was 19. I was 19. And all of these kids are there are these these kids here, and they're all like 12 years old. And so I'm just making fun. I'm just having a good time and keeping them all engaged, because there's like 10 extras and no one's really paying attention to us. And so I'm just being silly, and I'm just jumping around and just being my normal usual silly self. Well, some guy walks over, and he starts riffing with me, and we're just cracking jokes. We're making the kids laugh, and we're just being silly, and it's just fun. It's fun, awesome. And it turns out that that's the president of Universal Cartoon Studios and Universal Family Entertainment. And he reaches out to me like a couple months later and says, "Hey, we'd like you to be our college intern." And I'm like, fuck yeah. Well, no. And then even then, oh, Scott Baio. I see. Yeah. Oh yeah. Scott Baio. Yeah. You're totally right. And so yeah, and so they asked me to be an intern, and even then I was like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to leave. Like, I didn't want to leave my comfort zone. I did not want to get out of LA. I loved where I lived. I'd never been out. Except I would go to LA to go see shows, but I would never stay. Like, I never stayed in LA. I didn't know how I was going to pull it off. I had no money. I was broke. My family had no money. My mom had no money. Like there was no way we could do this. And so I equivocated and I equivocated. And at the very end, I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. And I went. And so the thing is, it's like literally my whole life has just been these random encounters, these chance happenstance that leads to craziness, crazy, awesome. So yeah, whatever. Like, it's just the weirdest, most bizarre, strangest thing. Hey, Rob Talk, good to see you, brother. Anyway, so this song I wrote way back in 1996. It was one of the, so I put the band together. So I worked at Universal for 4.5 years. I became a development executive. I eventually migrated up to associate director of development. I was the chief executive, I was like the primary executive, creative executive point of contact for two shows, the Savage Dragon and Vortec. Which was anyway, so all in a very, very short period of time. And then when Seagram's was Universal was sold to Seagram's, so it used to be Matsushita who owned Universal. They sold it to Seagram's. Seagram's fucked up that company, and there was lots of blood in the water. A lot of people that were good people that worked really hard were fired because there was intense politicking, and I'm getting out of here. I can't stick around in this fucking chaos. So I got a severance package. I was talking to Haim Saban's company, Saban Entertainment, about running the Marvel department, because they had just signed the rights to do they were already doing the X-Men. And then they had signed the rights to do it was like Silver Surfer, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and so I was going to be the principal point. I was going to be doing exactly what I was doing for Universal, but I was going to be the head of all the creative on those shows. So I was going to be the guy handling the writing department and kind of making sure that all the character models were on point and making sure that all of the like the high level kind of like concept stuff worked well. So. And I said no to that gig, and I ended up going to the Bubble Factory. I mean, blah 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 blah. So in the 6 months between Universal and me starting up my next gig, I put together a band with my old bandmates from the desert, and that band became was called Vermicious K, which eventually became Get Psycho. Hey, Lord Curtis, thank you, brother, thank you, man. You are just a stalwart champion of the little ad contributions that make a significant contribution. So thank you, brother. Like, that's just awesome. Anyway, so I wrote this song. It's called Boba Fett. IG-88 is great, and Greedo is a pro, but no one can compare to Boba Fett. As bounty hunters go, everybody knows that the best in the galaxy is Boba Fett. Bit Fortuna is a creep, and Jabba is a Hutt. They agree there's no one better than Boba Fett. As bounty hunters go, everybody knows that the best in the galaxy is Boba Fett. What? Jump to Lightspeed is Slave 1, they've got Solo on the run. No one gets the best of Boba Fett. He's got a jetpack on his back, it's Super Mandalore. How did we lose our Boba Fett? Boba Fett, Boba Fett, Boba Fett. He's in the Sarlacc pit. Doesn't make any sense, he's in the Sarlacc pit. Jumps Lightspeed, he's got a rocket on his wrist and a blaster at his side. No one gets the best of Boba Fett. He's got a jetpack on his back, it's a Super Mandalore. How did we lose our Boba Fett? Boba Fett, Boba Fett, Boba Fett. He's in the Sarlacc pit. Doesn't make any sense, he's in the Sarlacc pit. I know the books of the Escape from the Desert, but I can't believe it until I see it in a movie. I need another movie. How did the best in the galaxy die like that at the hands of Han Solo? He was blind. He was blindsided. So, yeah, that's awesome, Lord Curtis. Right on, man. Yeah, give them my love. Give them my love. Say hello for me, and tell them, because that's right. Because I forgot that Brad is living in that area too. Let them both know. I'd love to, like, when I'm in Richmond, I would love to hang out if they're available and up for it. I know that Steph already said that she was planning on hanging out because she and I are going to talk about kind of copyright issues and stuff like that, and kind of getting her music on film and TV stuff. But yeah, man, that's awesome. Do say hello. Thank you, Bobcat. So that song was written way back in 1996. That song was written for specifically because there was a show called Demolisten on KXLU. It's 88.9 in Los Angeles. The show is still running. It's been running since the early 80s. It might have even been running longer than that. Oh, damn it, Mary. No, you can't have to stay here, curses. Oh yeah, sorry. No. Sorry, I fucked that up.
That's like peanut. Hazelnut.
Yeah, I forgot to change it.
Macadamia nut. That was the one that was sent her into us. Going crazy.
So, God, man, this thing keeps I keep smacking into it. Give me one. I don't know how to do this.
Pistachio nut.
I just have to keep it over here.
Red pistachio.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All natural, white pistachio nut.
Is that better? I split the difference. It was okay, good. So,
I don't see how a pumpkin patch can be more sincere than this one. You can look all around and there's not a sign of hypocrisy. Nothing but sincerity as far as the eye can see.
Right on, Mary. No worries. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Well then, yeah, I'll leave it for the moment. If any of them are too loud, if any of them are too loud, just let me know. So that song was the one that kind of that. So the DJs of KXOU 88.9, the show called Demolition, they were big Star Wars fans, and they had made that known. And so my bandmates who listened to that program, I didn't listen to that program that religiously, but they lived together, and so every Friday night they would put it on. And so like, Mike, we need to write a song. We need to write a Star Wars song because these two DJs are huge Star Wars fans, and I'm certain that if we wrote a good Star Wars song, they'd play it. So I kind of racked my brain. I'm like, okay, well, and now this is before the new movies. This is 1996, right? There was not even word that there was going to be other movies in the offing. You know, as far as we knew, the only canon, the only part of the true Star Wars canon were the first 3 movies. And so I'm like, motherfucker, like the one thing the one chief thing that always got my goat about those movies was that Boba Fett died in the Sarlacc pit. So I wrote that song. And they loved it, and they played it a bunch, and then they invited us to play a show, you know, and so that song, and we played a show, and it was a terrible show. I was fucking awful. I was totally, absolutely terrible. I'd started and stopped. Like I made every single rookie mistake you can ever make in a show. I made it all in one night, like over and over and over again. But they invited us back, so they gave us a chance to redeem ourselves, and they invited us back. And that second show is when I met the band Otto. That would eventually become the band Arlo, and it was my band and their band and another friend's band, the Holliston Stops. The 3 of us were the nucleus of the Mr. T scene that launched all of our careers. So just crazy. So had Boba Fett not gotten written, KXU would have never invited us to play that show. Where we would have met Otto / Arlo. You know, like again, so happenstance to get my job at Universal, happenstance to meet the guys in Arlo that launched my music career, like happenstance, like that. My whole life is just fucking happenstance, you know, it's just crazy. But this is a song. So I don't really remember how to play many songs from that era, but for some reason, this is a song called All the Astronauts Are Dying. And this one definitely still sticks with me for whatever reason. I don't know. So this was also written in 1996. Now this is before I even could tell you what these chords were. Like I might have been able to tell you this is a D minor, but I didn't know what this one was, and certainly not what these chords were. All the astronauts are dying. While on the moon there are no colonies. A footprint on the moon will be there forever. A footprint on the moon will outlast me. And all I wanna know is where are the shuttles to the moon? And all I wanna know is why can't I fly at light speed? And all I wanna know is why must the world spin without me? Why must the world spin without me? All the astronauts are dying. While on the moon there are no colonies. A footprint on the moon will be there forever. A footprint on the moon will outlast me. And all I wanna know is where are the shuttles to the moon? And all I wanna know is why can't I fly at light speed? And all I wanna know is why must the world spin without me? Why must the world spin without me? All the astronauts are dying. All the astronauts are dying. All the astronauts are dying. All the astronauts. All the astronauts. Something like that. Yeah. So that was written way back in 1996. Again, that was one of the very first songs I wrote where I was like, it intimated that maybe I might be able to write some better songs in the law. Cause I wrote a lot of meandering, kind of like difficult to wrap your head around songs at the same time as well. You know, like that was one of the first ones that people like back in the days, people that were watching us live would be like, man, I really like that song, you know? And those little songs like that allowed me to like go, oh, well, maybe I'm doing something right, you know? And then this is another song from that era. So this is before our first record. This is while the band is still Vermicious K. This is I can only play a handful of those songs, just because they just kind of fallen out of vogue, or they made it on the very first record. And if they made it on the very first record, obviously I'll play those in just a second. So this song, the reason why this song never survived, and I think this is a totally great song. I love the lyrical sentiment of the song. But the reason why it didn't survive is because there's a Green Day song. I forget the name of it, but it goes. And that's the exact same riff as this song. Now I wasn't a Green Day fan. I didn't pay attention to Green Day, but the thing is, obviously that album Dookie was all over the airwaves. I must have heard it, and without realizing, I must have chipped it. Or maybe like, you know, it's not like rocket science, you know. It's entirely possible that I could have come up with that just organically on my own. But regardless, once I became aware of the Green Day song, we realized that we just weren't going to record it. I tried figuring out different. Welcome to Paradise. That's right. Yeah. I think you're exactly right. And so I tried coming up with different riffs, but the thing is, none of them worked as well. And I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. So this ended up becoming a set closing song that we would play when every now and again we'd try this out, and people would go fucking nuts because the fucking bridge section is fucking ferocious. When you're playing, we were just a 3-piece at this point in time, but here. So this is a song called "The Devil Is My Elevator," and it goes like this. Everything is made to decay, and nothing here is gonna remain. And I know that it's so. My soul is ragged and rent, my innocence is all but spent. And I know that it's so. God is my co-pilot, but the devil is my navigator. And God is my stairway, but the devil is my elevator. If man is 5 and the devil is 6, and if God, well, if he is 7, then I must climb up through the devil to make my way to heaven, heaven, heaven. Everything is made to decay, and nothing here is gonna remain. And I know that it's so. My soul is ragged and rent, my innocence is all but spent. And I know that it's so. God is my co-pilot, but the devil is my navigator. And God is my stairway, but the devil is my elevator. If man is 5 and the devil is 6, and if God, well, if he is 7, then I must climb up through the devil to make my way to heaven, heaven, heaven. What are you gonna do now? How long have you been around? What are you gonna do now? How long have you been around? Down we go. Some take the ladder, but jumping is faster. Let's never slow. Pick it up, faster and faster. Down we go. Some take the ladder, but jumping is faster. Let's never slow. Pick it up, faster and faster. Down we go. Some take the ladder, but jumping is faster. Let's never slow. Pick it up, faster and faster. God is my co-pilot, but the devil is my navigator. And God is my stairway, but the devil is my elevator. If man is 5 and the devil is 6, and if God, well, if he is 7, then I must climb up through the devil to make my way to heaven, heaven, heaven. Everything is made decay, and nothing here is gonna remain, and I know that it's so. Hey, Matricula, hey, no worries, don't even swear, that's awesome. Yeah, man, so that one used to be that when it comes to the what are you gonna do now? Like that the whole band would just shift, like people would go fucking nuts. It was so awesome. So yeah. What are you gonna do now? Like just, and people would just be, yeah, it was fucking, that was a real fun one to play. Never heard this one yet. Oh, right on, man. Hey, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Elix. Yeah. It's that song is about 22, 23 years old. So that was a good fun. Me too, Essen. Like, yeah, when the whole thing just shifts gear, it's just like, and then it picks right back up to the, like, down we go. Some take the ladder, but jumping is faster. Let's never slow. Pick it up. So Jordan, I've been talking to the guys. So Rick and Pat and I. So those are the original Dr. Moto and Rick Vegas, Mike TV. That was the configuration of our names. Dr. Moto continued with me into Get Set Go. So Dr. Moto is the original bass player for Get Set Go. We've been talking about actually going back and recording a bunch of our old Vermicious K songs as Vermicious K, and just doing so I have to sit down, I have to talk to them and kind of get and like figure out. So if we really want to do that, then I will fly to Los Angeles. Oh no, I mean we'll have to all of us figure out a place to rehearse, because Pat lives in Northern California. Dr. Moto lives in Northern California. Rick Vegas lives in Los Angeles, and I live in Austin. So we'd have to figure out exactly how to pull that off. But the thing is but it's not impossible. I mean, they're pretty easy songs. We've been playing for a long, long time. So, yeah, amen. Thank you, Bobcat. That's very kind of you, man. And yeah, if you guys, Matricula is absolutely amazing. If you don't know Matricula, then you should know her. You should just definitely follow her. She's another music streamer, but she also does so much cool and awesome stuff. She sometimes plays games. She sometimes plays games. She sometimes does knitting stuff. She knits things like vulvas, which is awesome. You know, like it's a very pro-human, pro-feminist, pro-awesome stream. She writes her own stuff. She takes songs that you know and changes the lyrics. She plays covers. She's kind of like a one-stop shop for awesome. So, and all right, so let me see. So, hey, oh yeah, and Crafty Kaiju. Hey man, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, brother. There you go. And the respirator. Good to see you too, brother. Okay, so yeah, so this is another song. This is another song written in that era. What was it? Did I remember? What was it? Devil's My Elevator. All the astronauts are dying. Boba Fett. Oh no, yeah. So that's all three of them. Okay. So all right. So those are the three songs I remember from pre Get Set Go era. So now we're gonna get into the actual album. So this is the very first record. I think I can pull off most or all of these, but let's see. So this is a song called 21. The opening line for this album was actually said to me. I was on a date with a girl. I was really into her, and I. So we're standing in line to get into a venue, and I realize I don't know how old she is. And so I turn to her and I go, wait, hold on. Are you 20? Are you over 21? And she looks at me like with like the most matter of fact. And she goes, I've been 21 since I was 15 years old. You know, she's like, please, like I've been 21 since I was 15 years old. And I was like, that is the coolest thing anybody has ever said to me that is making it into a song. I didn't tell her that, but like, and it's funny because after our album came out and after we were doing really, really well, I ran across her again. We only did one date. She was into another guy in another band, so I ran across her later on, and I'm like, and so she's like, I really like that one song. I'm like, oh, that's great, because that song, the opening of that song is a quote. You actually said that to me. She's like, what? I'm like, yep, that's right. You said it. Came out of your mouth. You didn't realize the gold that came out of your mouth. Ploop. Because like this. I've been 21 since I was 15, she said with a smile as she was kissing me. I said, no, really, how old can you be? She said, never mind, honey, leave it all up to me. I said, oh my God. She's hard to resist, you've never kissed lips like these. And where did you learn to swing the way that she swings? It's the way she moves that makes me weak in the knees. And there's something strange the way that she looks at me. And I die, oh, I die inside. Yeah, I die, oh, I die inside. She likes to mingle the pleasure and pain. I can't say I've ever been one for the cane, but the things she does, all I say is okay. I simply can't resist, I think I'm her slave. And I'm dying, oh, I die inside. Yeah, I die, oh, I die inside. Wah, 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 and I die, oh, I die inside. Yeah, I die, oh, I die inside. Up all night till she gets back at dawn. I say, hey baby, why gone so long? She says, oh my God, not that same old song. But when she undresses, she's missing her thong. And I die, oh, I die inside. Yeah, I die, oh, I die inside. Wah, 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 wah. And I die, oh, I die inside. Yeah, I die, oh, I die inside. There you go. Yeah. So that's the very first song on my very first record. Came out way back in 2002. And it's really funny because that album. This was at a point in time. This is a point in time when a lot of music was real safe, right? Like there were. We were at this point in time. We were a pop punk band, and this is like. We were sort of in the same time frame as, well, obviously Green Day and Blink-182 and Good Charlotte and a bunch of these kind of like pop punk bands that were like, like homegrown variety, garden variety, like, hey, we're spunky kids singing about spunky songs about spunky stuff, and then Get Set Go shows up on the scene and we're like, yeah, fuck that. So this is, which is funny because in my heart of hearts, like I'm a good person. I like people. I like all people, but not in mass because So this song was written. I had a lot of friends at the time the song was written that were. I grew up Catholic. My family became, evangelical Christian. Most of my family continued on with the evangelical. I eventually realized that I kind of had a crisis of faith. And then now am now agnostic in the true definition of agnostic. I don't believe in a God. I don't not believe. It doesn't matter to me. It's like the dinosaurs. I suspect the dinosaurs existed. There's lots of evidence to suggest the dinosaurs existed. Does it materially affect me in any way, shape, or form whether they did or not? No, I don't consider dinosaurs. I like the idea of dinosaurs. That's awesome. I can see the bones. I know they're paleontologists, people that study, but it doesn't have a material impact on my life. So the same thing with God. And same thing with but. I had a lot of family. That would profess, hey, and thank you, Deathlox. Thank you so much for the follow. I had a lot of family members that would espouse one thing and do something completely different. And I'd be like, hey, what the fuck, man? Like why you call yourself Christian, but you just totally ignored this person that's asking for help. There's a person right here on the street that's obviously broke. They're obviously poor. Who gives a fuck whether they are a drug addict or an alcoholic? The thing is we what does it matter? They're actively asking for help and you're just walking by them. You're walking right past them. What if they're like the person on the other side of the opposite story, the Good Samaritan story, And what if this person is in serious desperate need? What if this person has serious mental health issues and really and they can't actually get the help that they need because hey, we shut down all our mental health hospitals. So and here you are walking right past them, so I always felt it was because they were insulated from the I felt that they were insulated from the responsibility of having to behave in a Christ-like fashion, or to behave in a Gandhi-like fashion, or behave in a Martin Luther King-like fashion, or behave in a Mother Teresa-like fashion, right? The thing is that these are people that rose above their basic humanity and did amazing things, right? What if the stories are to be believed? I mean, again, did I meet Gandhi? I don't know. I believe he existed because I've heard testament from people that knew him that maybe they do. But the thing is but regardless. The thing is that there's a lot of people that did great things and they rose above their basic humanity. So for me, I wrote this song as like, okay, if you're gonna make them saints, so you no longer have responsibility to be like them, then I'm gonna make them demons, and the truth will lie somewhere in the middle, right? Hey, Retro Roadshow, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Long time, man. How you doing? Anyway, so this is a song called Jesus Christ Wore Leather. If you are offended by anything, this song will offend you. I do want to let you know that right now. I apologize. That was not my intention, but that's not so. My intention was to provoke. This was written 20 years ago, so, but here you go. Yeah. Jesus Christ wore leather, played rock and roll. He showed me some blow. Abraham Lincoln smoked crack cocaine on the down low. Yeah, I'm an inveterate, bona fide degenerate. Mother Mary spread her legs for me, and I'm laid to bleed. Buddha smoked me out, then sucked me off and swallowed my seed. Yeah, I'm an inveterate, bona fide degenerate. But don't you try to turn the ordinary people into saints. 'Cause everybody loves, and everybody fears, and everybody hates. And all the extraordinary people, they never touch the ground. They're waiting on the ordinary people to count the hours down. Brother Gandhi turned a trick or two in his day. Mother Teresa liked to touch little girls in a special way. Yeah, I'm an inveterate, bona fide degenerate. Martin Luther King traded slaves down the river wide. Jesus Christ wore leather, played rock and roll on the radio dial. Yeah, I'm an inveterate, bona fide degenerate. But don't you try to turn the ordinary people into saints. 'Cause everybody loves, and everybody fears, and everybody hates. And all the extraordinary people, they never touch the ground. They're waiting on the ordinary people to count the hours down. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Yeah, I'm an inveterate, bona fide degenerate. But don't you try to turn the ordinary people into saints. Cause everybody loves, and everybody fears, and everybody hates. And all the extraordinary people, they never touch the ground. They're waiting on the ordinary people to count the hours down. Yeah, so that's a song called Jesus Christ Wore Leather. That was intentionally put as number 2 on that album, just like be like right out the gate, be like, hey guys, this is our band. This is the worst it gets. If you can suffer through this, then the rest of the album will be pretty easy to digest. You know, so it really was. It was like a flag in the sand. You know, on this side exists all the other punk bands, and on this side exists Get Set Go. Hey Lisa, how you doing? And I'm sorry to hear that, Retro Roadshow, man. I really do hope that things improve. I feel you on that, man. Like I know. Yeah, I know the pain of being forced to kind of go through stuff that is A, awful, and B, protracted, you know. So I hope it resolves itself in short order. Hey, and Last Bandit, how you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. Right on, man. Good to see you, dude. All right, so let me see. So I hope so. I've been having migraines every day for a month now. Oh, Jesus. Really? Yeah, that's, you know, it's funny. I've never had a migraine. I know my sister gets them, and she will like literally like her bathroom used to have no window. And so she would have to go into the bathroom and turn off the lights and put a towel under the door jamb to keep all the light out, because the light was just fucking it would make the pain that much more pronounced. And she would I'm like that's fucking crazy. Like that's just, yeah, I feel for you, man. That's I've never in my life ever had a migraine, and I think the reason why is because I know I'm not tough enough. Like the thing is I know that my body knows that give Mike a migraine and Mike just ends his life, you know. So I'm glad that A, you're tough enough to endure a whole month of it, and B, that you're getting some help, and hopefully they sort it out. Cause yeah, man, that's awful. And then, by the way, I would never end my life. I would not. But I would think about it constantly. You know, like I don't deal with pain, and by any emotional pain, no. Physical pain, no. I don't deal with any pain. I'm like, oh, no, this is bullshit. You know, they shut me down. Been trying to play shows through, and yeah, oh god, dude. So I could not imagine. Yeah, I could not imagine playing any music while being in physical pain, much less like, you know, or like you know, having like a wound or something, as opposed to like actually having your brain betray you. That's just awful, man. God. Well, I feel for you, man. Yeah, and yeah, you'll have to let us know how it sorts out. I get optical migraines, no pain, but can't see shit for an hour, and then I feel, wow, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, see, anyway. What a strange thing human beings are, right? Like, what a bizarre thing that we are, this like mass of, like, I mean, you know, that we first off, that just the composition of our body, the fact that we got bones and blood and viscera, and, you know, and then but then all of it is orchestrated by this thing in the housed in the skull here, and that it's so bizarre. It's so bizarre to think that, like, yeah. Anyway, for me. I spend a large portion of my music goes to me trying to wrap my head around and understand this, you know, that kind of stuff, because it really is. It's such a bizarre. I mean, the thing is all I do is I remind myself whenever it really gets a little bit out of control, and I'm like, I do not understand what's going on. I go, Mike, you are a great ape. I literally am of the hominid phylum or class or whatever it is. I'm a hominid. The other hominids are great apes. It's okay that you don't know everything. It's okay that you don't have a complete understanding and comprehensive picture of things. It's totally fine. You're a very exceptionally intelligent great ape. Good on you. You know, like, good for you. You can wipe your own ass. Good for you. I'm a great babe. Yes. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. You last 6 hours or so. So yeah, and puking. Yeah. That was my sister Teresa as well. She would puke if she didn't like isolate herself and reduce all stimulus, then she would end up puking and being like, I'm like, oh, that sounds awful. All right. So anyway, so back to the music. All right. So this is a song called "Kiss the Girl." This is song number 3 of my very first record. It goes like. Yeah, amen. Yeah, that's exactly my like the underlying tenet behind my sentiment. Retro Road shows that, yeah, like for me as someone that escapes into the present, you know, like because my past is so full of woe and because my future is so uncertain, the best place for me to be is right here in the present, you know, dealing with you guys and just doing this, and I'm so good at keeping myself distracted. It's like I'm a magician of just keeping myself right here, right now. So, but when I'm in pain, when I'm in actual pain in the right here, right now, and I have no place to escape, it's like, it feels to me like I've always been in pain. I will always be in pain forever and always. Amen. And it drives me. Yeah. And so I feel you, brother. Jesus. Wow. Holly is a poet, a heathen and a sadist, a punk rock demagogue and intellectual rapist. Wendy is the architect of all her friends' ambition. She confiscates her penises and trades them on commission. And I'm afraid to kiss the girl tonight. I wonder why. I'm afraid to kiss the girl tonight. Susie has a nice ass and tits like Gibraltar, but she's just about young enough, I think I could adopt her. Miriam is perfect, she's an angel and an artist, but I expect to fuck it up as soon as I've started. And I'm afraid to kiss the girl tonight. I wonder why. I'm afraid to kiss the girl tonight. There's something in the way you cry. Something sort of sexy. You know you like it. Is there something on your mind? Tell me what you're thinking. God knows we're trying. Mona is a miracle of simple contradiction. She's a nouveau iconoclast with new age superstitions. Summer is a creature who likes to play the martyr, cause life is hot, so she intends to be hotter. And I'm afraid to kiss the girl tonight. I wonder why. I'm afraid to kiss the girl tonight. Lucy never been in love, but she's been a lover. She gives herself away, then she gives it to another. Miriam is perfect, she's an angel and an artist, but I expect to fuck it up as soon as I've started. And I'm afraid to kiss the girl tonight. I wonder why. I'm afraid to kiss the girl tonight. There's something in the way you cry. Something sort of sexy. You know you like it. Is there something on your mind? Tell me what you're thinking. God knows we're trying. I don't deserve the love that you've got to give. Give your heart to another man, let another kiss your lips. I know I'm broken, but I'm not beyond repair. All I need is I don't know, fuck it just ain't fair. That I'm afraid to kiss the girls tonight. I wonder why. I'm afraid to kiss the girl, 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 kiss the girl tonight. Yeah, Elix, you've said as much, man. What's going on, dude? How are you feeling, man? Like I know that you've been putting this off the surgery for some time. I mean, 5 days seems like a pretty intense period of recovery. Is it? I don't want to pry too much, but is it pretty significant? I mean. Oh yeah, okay, and so you've got your date on the 5th. Okay, so the 5th of October. No, yeah, 5th of September. We're still in August. Okay, yeah, okay, wow, man, yeah. My sense of time since I've been on the road, my sense of time is so fucking out of control, bizarre. But thank you, Bobcat. But yeah, man. Well, yeah, I mean. Yeah, you definitely have to keep us apprised of kind of like what's happening and what's going on. I would pray for you, but I worship Cthulhu and really truthfully, you don't want its attention at all. But I won't pray for you. Instead I'll have you my thoughts. But invasive abdominal surgery to aggressively repair a complicated hernia. Oh, the surgeon's booked about 4 hours for me in the OR. Wow, man. Whew. Well, yeah, dude. I hope. And so, are you in pain now, or is it what's? I don't know if you want me to. If this is too public a forum to discuss this, then let me know. But this will be the 4th surgery and the first trying a more aggressive technique. The other 3 each failed after 3 months, almost like clockwork. Wow. Whew. Yeah, man. And so are you in pain right now? You've been living with it, but this year it really started to impact my quality of life. Yeah, that's yeah. Well, I'm glad you're getting it. I'm glad you're getting it sorted out, man. Wow. That's crazy. So the hernia created a lesion by which your guts have been leaking this entire time. Oh, that's the worst, man. Oh. Well, thank you. That's a very vivid description, and that will haunt me to the end of my days. But yeah, man, I'm like, if there's anything we can do, to provide you whatever kind of support you want, let us know, man, because that's, yeah. Oh God. Oh man, I am. That is awful, Elix. That is awful. That is fucking. Oh, that's so cringeworthy. Ah. Oh, well, I'm glad it's happening. I'm glad it's happening. This coming up as opposed to in October 5th. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Retro Road Show. Yeah, there. Welcome to the cavalcade of wounds and injuries. This is MA Medical Anonymous Medical Ailment MAA Medical Ailment Anonymous. Oh wow, that's crazy, man. Yeah. Yeah, let's just not do that. Let's not do that. But yeah, because every time I've had surgery, I'd be out for a month, a lot of pain, and then 2 years later, the rest I'd be right back. And that's yeah. No, I get that, man. I get that. Well, yeah. And of course, Bobcat has a medical cat. Of course, Bobcat has a medical cat. That is ridiculous. Yeah, no, and I totally get that. Like that for me, Elix, like I probably would have given up so much earlier than and I'd be like, fuck it, this is what I'm dying of. Now I know what I'm dying of, because I don't have the yeah. Oh crap, my eye, it's just dangling. I don't know what happened. There's not enough. I don't have enough water, and it shrank, and it fell out of my eye socket. Yeah, I get that, man. I get that. Well, I hope it gets sorted out, dude. So let me. I changed the key. Like a moon, the lips out like a moon, the lips out like a moon, lips. See, I don't remember. I'm gonna have to play this in the original key. She's got a mouth like a wound, with lips made to kiss. Her legs disappear into the magic of her hips. She's got every little thing to make a grown man cry. Another man kill and bleed another man dry. I gotta know how you feel under those clothes. I gotta know how you feel under those clothes. I'm sore and I'm shaking and I can't sleep at night. I'm sore and I'm spinning with my hands between my thighs. I'm tired and I'm lonely and I don't know what to do. So baby, won't you kill me, cause you know that's what you do. I gotta know how you feel under those clothes. I gotta know how you feel under those clothes. Oh, baby, 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 baby. I want you, I want you, I want you, whoa, whoa. I want you, I want you, I want you, whoa, whoa. It's the way she looks at me with those brightly shining eyes. It's the pucker of her lips and the curve of her hips. It's the mischief in her smile, the smile I love to hate. She's more goddess than girl, more sinner than saint. I gotta know how you feel under those clothes, huh? I gotta know how you feel under those clothes. Oh, baby, 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 baby. I want you, I want you, I want you, whoa, whoa. I want you, I want you, I want you, whoa, whoa. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 I want you, I want you, I want you, whoa, whoa. I want you, I want you, I want you, whoa, whoa. I want you, oh. I want you, I want you, I want you, oh. Wow, man, that's in the original key. That is a song I used to belt out at the top of my lungs in that key 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 16 years ago. I used to fucking shriek that. I used to shriek it. Like I would, I want you. And man, it would destroy my voice. And that one was, yeah. And that, yeah, just trying to like sing that in key right now is so tough. But yeah, so that song, I Want You, I wrote that. I was living with my roommate Tina, my roommate Beth, and my roommate Dina, and Beth. And I was the only guy in the house. And I wrote Break Your Heart, and I wrote I Want You, and I wrote all these like kind of like sexy, but also kind of like, you know. Anyway, hey Lisa, are you taking off? All right, no, yeah, no worries. You be awesome, and I hope to see you again soon. But yeah, so anyway, it was there. Yeah, anyway, I was yeah, yeah, it was a strange time. That's all I can say. So God damn it, stop! I have no idea how to avoid this this here. Let me see if I can move it real quick. Give me 1 second. Maybe is that gonna be better? No, I don't know what to do with it. It's like magically right in my way. Tina, Dina, and Beth. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is it wasn't they wasn't performed, you know, like I would write them and rehearse them and play them and practice them, you know, and it was anyway, yeah, it was made a little awkward. God, this thing. All right, so I have no idea. Maybe I can hold on. Let me try something else. I'm gonna take some books, like there's these two books. I'm gonna prop this thing up. Aha! Look at that. Perfect. Oh, great. Sorry for the ears. If you have headphones, take them off real quick. Take them off. All right, there you go. Sorry. Perfect. I gathered. Yeah, look at that. That's perfect. That's all I needed to do. Hooray! All right. Whew. Yeah. Retro. It's been awesome, man. I'm now kind of stuck in Mablethorpe though. This is my buddy Steve and Juana's place. They're the reason why I'm staying as long as I am in Europe, because they're getting married on the 15th of September. So in about 19 days. And I'm going to play their wedding. And I'm actually playing songs in the service, believe it or not. So, so I'm gonna, so I'm staying with them, and I'm slowly but surely, anyway, it's been awesome. It has been amazing. It's been tough. It's been tough on me from a relationship standpoint with Kirsten. It's been tough I miss my dog Sue. It's been tough financially. It's also been awesome. There's been so many grand adventures. The entire tour through the U.S. was awesome. The entire week in the Netherlands was amazing. Hanging out at Suzanne's place was amazing. I played in London. I played in Cambridge. I played in Newcastle. I played in Barrow-in-Furness. And then now here I'm in Mablethorpe. I've been all over the UK. So it's really, really been awesome. And a ton of fun. Yes, yeah. I'm playing My Neighbor's Dog. Yeah, that's exactly. I'm playing that song as people enter the wherever the service is taking place. Yeah, I'm playing My Neighbor's Dog. Fuck, motherfucker. Fuck, motherfucker. Hey, everybody, come on in. Have a seat. Yeah, the wedding will get started in just a second. Fuck, motherfucker. Fuck, motherfucker. Fuck. Yeah. There hasn't been any horror stories. It's been over 2 months now, and I've got a whole other month to go. I've only got two official shows left. But there are other shows in the offing, and I'm going to be doing a bunch more live streaming. My hope is to get to Spain. I'm not certain if I'm going to be able to afford it, but my hope is to get to Spain on September 5th, and then stay in Spain for about 4 or 5 days, hanging out with Paper Cat, and then return back here, and then I'm going to play the wedding on the 15th, which is a Saturday, and then I'm going to be back in London for my show on the 21st. And then I'll be flying out on the 23rd. I'll be flying out like Sunday morning. So yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a very unusual. It's just been a long tour, but it's been awesome. But it's also been just kind of taxing. Yeah, and the songs that they want me to play at the wedding are "Wait," "Unstoppable," and I think it's VKFD. I think those are the three songs. I think I'm playing "Wait" as Juana walks down the aisle. I think that's what they said. I don't know exactly how it all lays out. But the thing is, but it's actually I will be playing music while the service is actually going on. So I don't exactly know what I'm supposed to do about the expletives and "Unstoppable." But we'll see. I at that point I'll have to make a, we'll see. So all right, let me see. So all right, so where were we? Okay, so still on the first record, we were at "I Want You." So yeah, so here, yeah. So how would it be? So let's say goodbye. Remember me to your family. Oh, hold on tight to the memory of when we used to be thicker than thieves and larger than life, like demigods at a bacchanal. With fire in our hearts and stars in our eyes, we were smurfing unstoppable. So I can't remember what the next line is, because smurfing unstoppable. I don't know. I don't think that would work. I don't think that'll work. All right. Perfect. That's exactly right. All right, here we go. So this is the next song on Get Set Go's very first record, right? So this is track number 6, I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's track number 5. This album or this song done with as a 3-piece, particularly even when Rick and Amy were drumming. So Rick was not as technically brilliant a drummer as Amy, but Rick played with a lot of fucking heart. He played with a lot of heart. And then Amy just beat the shit out of the drums. I mean, she was technically perfect, and then she just destroyed the shit. So if you ever get a chance, if we were Wedding Unstoppable, yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right, Panda. This song, it with just 3-piece was absolutely ferocious, and it goes like this. Right. Hear me, brothers and sisters, this is a call to arms. Hoist the flag, buckle up, sharpen your tongues, tune your guitars. This is the New Deal, this is war, it's time again. And I am your only friend. I am the one with the numbers, but the numbers ain't never add up. Where's my generation? Where's my chemical stimulation? Where's my sexual liberation? Where's my heart's ease? Kiss me, sweetheart, I can taste rebellion on your lips. My cause for concern is who those lips have kissed. This is the same song, this is a tired song you've heard before. I wish it could be so much more, but it's all about the numbers, and the numbers ain't never add up. Where's my cyclical song invasion? Where's my chemical stimulation? Where's my sexual liberation? Where's my heart's ease? This is it, this is war, nothing less and nothing more. The boys and girls are lying to fan, they're headed up to foreign shores. I don't want to grow up to be a casualty, and I don't want you to grow up to be a casualty. The West young son and grew up with the country. The weather is fine and the streets are lined with palm trees. But wherever you may land, remember to always keep your head. Remember what I said. Remember it's all about the numbers, and the numbers ain't never add up. Where's my generation? Where's my chemical stimulation? Where's my sexual liberation? Where's my heart's ease? Bum bum ba ba da dum, 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 ba da 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 dum. Yeah, so that song when it was just the three of us was ferocious. When we added it, when it was a 5-piece with the viola and the 2 guitars, that was something else too. Yeah, Dave. I mean, Dave really is, like Amy set the tone, but Dave really was the Get Set Go drummer. Like he really kind of set the pace for drumming. And he would tear that song up too. I didn't mean to disparage him because he's fucking he was a monster as well. Thank you, Bobcat. I do emoticon. I actually don't have an electric with me, and I don't play electric in streams. I have in the past every now and again, but it's just for me like setting up the mics and kind of getting. And also, there's something about just being able to play a song. Like if a song translates on an acoustic guitar, right? It's a good song. And so for me, because this whole show is about my songwriting. I don't mind just playing acoustic because it's like, but the thing so that's why I don't use loopers, and that's why I don't use distortion pedals, and that's why I don't use any effects. That's why I don't have vocal like reverb on my microphone because for me it's like this is as stripped down as it gets. And if the songs still translate, if you dig the songs, then you know that there's no extra studio magic, between the song, me playing the song and you hearing the song, So that's song number 5. Do you have any songs from when you're missing your family? I don't know. I kind of touch on that. I kind of touch on that a little bit, Panda. But I don't. The thing is that like nothing that's explicitly about that. But I do have songs like Never Go Home. Songs like I mean obviously Looking East is definitely a lament for someone that I've broken up with. I do have a song called The Love That You Keep, which is about my family and about my frustration that my family are not as kind of like. Well, yeah. Anyway, so yes, but these are all of these are songs I'm gonna play. So what I'm doing right now is I'm because I want to see. So right now that was 5 songs. I've played 8 songs. I want to see how many of my songs in my catalog. So I have 17 albums in stores. No, I have more than 17 albums. I have 17 Get Set Go records. I have 17 Get Set Go records. I have two full length side project albums. I have two Get Set Go EPs and 1 side project EP. And so those are all the stuff that's available in stores right now, either on Bandcamp or on Spotify and iTunes and Amazon. So I want to see how many of those songs I can actually play by rote. The songs I can actually play without actually, without actually having to use a cheat sheet. So I'm just kind of going through. I'm starting on the very first record. I played the first 3 songs I played of this show. I actually played. They were the earliest songs I wrote that I still remember how to play. And then now I'm playing the first record. I'm going to move on to the second record. I'll probably get through to the third record before the end of the show today, and then I'll pick up tomorrow, and it'll probably take me about 3 days to get through everything. It might take me a little bit longer. Yeah. And there are a lot of songs on a lot of those records. A lot of them are 21 song albums. There's a 45 song album. Like there's a quadruple record, and then I just put out the Mike TV Live album, which was a 3-volume 102 song album. So yeah. So now that I kind of realized I no longer have to ask permission to do what I want to do, I've just been putting out huge records because I generate a lot of music in a given year. Like I've got 70 new songs. I've got about 35, maybe 40 that I've identified that I might want to put on the next record. So the next record will probably be a triple or quadruple record again. So yeah. So lots of music. All right, let me see. Hold on. Go to the Mattress. Okay, here we go. So this is a song called "Go to the Mattress." So this song is about abusive relationships. I wrote this song. I had a friend of mine. She was a girl. She still is a girl, and I introduced her to her boyfriend at the time. They were both sweethearts. They were both real decent, awesome, kind people. But when they would get in fights, they would end up hitting each other. And then I would get a call from her at 4:00 in the morning. Hey, in tears, can you come over? And I would be like, what's going on? She's like, well, it's just, we got in a fight and it got a little violent. And so I would be livid and I would fucking go down to my car and I'd climb in my vehicle and I'd drive over there and I'd be like furious. So what the fuck's going on? And the moment I climbed in my car, I'm like, what the fuck, man? And she would come up and she'd be like, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I love him. We love each other. Everything's fine. And I'm like, then why the fuck did you get me out of bed? Like why? And that kept happening. And so later on, and so of course I would talk to them later and I'd be like, what's going on? You know? And you know, and they both professed to love each other a lot. And it was just, you know, and it was just sort of the circumstances of that moment, but I couldn't wrap my head around it. And so I wrote this song trying to like reconcile the idea that you could believe you're in love with someone, but also get into fistfights with them on a regular basis. Both of them hitting each other. Both of them were violent towards each other. But so. She bled on the mattress that first night at my studio. I panicked, but she said, baby, don't you know the blood is much thicker than water? I nodded, but I don't think I got her. 3 weeks later, she moved into my studio. All she brought was a stereo, a broken stereo, and a picture of me that she put at her bedside. I'm a lecher, she's a cheater. I let her cut me, she likes to let me beat her. I'm a fucker, she's a screamer. I may be tougher, but she's definitely meaner. With all of our love, with all of her spite, we go to the mattress. With all of our love, with all of her spite, we go to the mattress. As I slept, she burned me so it broke her collarbone. She ran to the neighbors, but he wasn't home. So she hitched to the clinic, but they wouldn't accept her. So she called me to get her. Love, she said, is the force that draws me to you. I said, sugar, I want to believe that's true. She said, lover, you can trust me forever, 'cause we're just getting better. I'm a lecher, she's a cheater. I let her cut me, she likes to let me beat her. I'm a fucker, she's a screamer. I may be tougher, but she's definitely meaner. With all of our love, with all of her spite, we go to the mattress. With all of our love, with all of her spite, we go to the mattress. I never knew she could be so cruel. I never knew she could seem so beautiful to me. I never meant to hurt her at all. Push came to shove and she was falling down. I'm a lecher, she's a cheater. I let her cut me, she likes to let me beat her. I'm a fucker, she's a screamer. I may be tougher, but she's definitely meaner. With all of our love, with all of her spite, we go to the mattress. With all of our love, with all of her spite, we go to the mattress. Hey Nicole, how you doing? Awesome. Thank you so much for the host. And yeah, so that song. No, yeah, hey, yeah, thank you, Jordan. You know, it's funny, yeah, like that for me. You know, it's funny because sometimes I hate ascribing my own meaning to my songs because that's part of the listening process, right? Like the thing is that like I write a song, I put it out, someone else hears it, they bring their own personal life story to that song, and that's when the artistic contract is fulfilled, right? So I go here as an artist, here's my art, and someone else shows up and witnesses that art, and they take all of their thoughts and their perspectives and they pour it into my art, and they go, oh, this resonates for me, and this is why, boom, you know. And so for me, sometimes when I talk about it, I feel like I'm kind of perverting that whole process, you know. But at the same time, I also recognize, because this stuff is so myopically born out of my own life and my own experiences, like, that sometimes it does help kind of give people some sense. Because the thing is, because if you listen to the very first record, but in a vacuum, you would think that I'm not a very nice person. And I definitely have had people be like, wow, man, I thought you were a lot angrier. I thought you were a lot more dangerous human being than you actually are, you know? And I'm like, yeah, no, I get that, because the thing is like, for me, I was like, I externalize all of the woe and the invective and the I externalize as much as I can. I can't extricate all of it, you know? But the thing is it like music and writing music and putting my woe on the page and in the song, like, that keeps me sane, man. Like, it keeps me alive. Like doing this for as long as hey, yeah, thank you, Red Panda. And oh wow, yeah, see, that's crazy, Jordan. Yeah, see, and that's, you know, and the thing is, yeah, and that makes you know, like, and that's exactly it. The thing is just like, so I get that, like, I get that me sharing these. I mean, I definitely want people to be introduced to my music without me as their guide to start, you know, like that for me is the best way, because the thing is that because people do often, songs will often resonate with people in ways that I never would have thought of, you know, and they'll give me their interpretation of my song, and I'll be like, that's amazing, that's even better than I came up with, you know. And so I love that. I love when people come up and interpret my stuff and go, man, this is amazing, and this is why, and I go, mind blown, I had no idea, that's great, you know. Amen. No, in fact, I totally agree with that, Red Panda. I actually believe that, like, that's music. Music is the language of the heart. Like, music is music is, I mean, that's the thing is like you can, like, you know, like there's a reason why this is a sadder sound than, like, that, you know, that like that this is a happier sound than that, you know. But then you can fuck with that, right? So you can be like, I'm so happy today, you know, I'm so happy today. And then it creates this weird confusion. You're like, well, it doesn't sound like you're happy, so why are you saying you're happy? And that for me is like, that's the human experience, right? Like it's never cut and dry. It's never 100%. It's never just one thing. It's never just, there's always this weird confluence. At least for me, the older I get, the more confusing my decisions get, the more I see the impact that my decisions have on the people around me and the lives of the people around me and in my own life. And the more fearful I become at times, but also the more confident I become at times. I'm like, okay, I now know the things that are important to me, and so I'm going to live for those things. So that's why I'm doing what I do now. I only make music, live or die, come hell or high water. This is what I do to the end of my days. This is what I've tried to do that. I've tried to do that since 2002, full tilt. And sometimes I've had to take a little part-time job, but it's always been in service of me getting back to just doing music full time, you know? And the idea is because the thing is, for me, like there's, well, first off, if I don't write my songs, no one's going to write them, right? I'm the only person that can write my songs. So every song I don't write is another song. Every song I don't write is another song that just doesn't exist in the universe. That's awful. You know, like there are all these potential songs that want to exist, and only I can write my song. So I have a responsibility to the music, you know? And then, hey, Wicked Truth, how you doing? Mahoy. Good to see you, man. And then, and very, very understated. Hey, Mahoy, how you doing, man? So, and then there's also like, yeah, you can, it's like I like the fact that you can take simple poetry, simple ideas, and turn them into really deep music. You know, the thing is it like you just. Let me think, like, I got up today. You know, like you can take really simple things and you can zero in on them and give them a sense of meaning and a sense of purpose. Yeah, I got up today. You know, and you can because the melody is bouncing or because the chord progressions are interesting, you can take things that people would normally overlook and you can give them import and you can give them meaning and you can make them powerful and you can make them visible, you know, and it's just, I fucking love it. It's awesome. And I've been doing it for 20 years and I feel like I'm just barely scratching the surface, you know, like I now finally have every command of every chord that exists in a key. I didn't have that for the first 20 years of me songwriting on the guitar. I was not able to play every single chord that exists in a key. I can now do that. That's awesome. Now suddenly I have like that's amazing, you know, like, so yeah, but the inflection in the chord conveys sadness that overrides the words saying you're happy. Yeah, no, and amen, and that's exactly right. That's exactly right, Red Panda. I agree. And the thing is like, so yeah, so you can create with music double meanings and triple meanings and quadruple meanings. You can have the key be in a minor key, and you can have the melodies be in modes that enhance that sadness and that sound. Like, but then you can have the lyrics be ebullient, and then you can also have something else. You can have a string part that is actually that is buoying the whole thing and giving the sense that it's up and it's upbeat and it's poppy and it's catchy. You know, like there's all sorts of different ways you can kind of dig into that and make it. You know, you can make it, you know, awesome, you know, and then of course, as Nicole says, and then every person interprets it differently. So that for me is awesome, right? Like that's the great thing. So here I go, this is what this means to me. And then I play it for you and you go, that's not what it means to me. It means this to me. And that's fucking awesome. Anyway. All right. So let's get back to the, so this is the next song. Sorry. So this is, so this song is also one of the oldest that I ever wrote. This song was also written in 1996. This was the very first song that my friends back in the day, when I first started songwriting, when I first started hanging out with other musicians. This is the very nascent scene. These are the times hanging out with the guys that were going to become the founders of our little East Side LA indie rock scene that would eventually explode to the point where we had hundreds and hundreds of bands and hundreds of people in the venue every single Tuesday night and eventually every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night and putting on shows all throughout Los Angeles at the Knitting Factory and at the Spaceland and at the Troubadour, not the Troubadour, yeah, basically any cool club in Los Angeles, we had some sort of footprint there, you know? So before all of that actually ever came together, yeah, in fact, I probably have one or two songs like that, Red Panda. Like the thing is like, I would have to think about it, but the thing is like, I definitely do have songs that are either so lyrically, off the wall, but intended to be very serious, but are also so pitched at such a level as to be absurd, because I recognize that what I'm feeling at that moment is I'm because I'm so overwhelmed with my emotion, I'm experiencing an absurd, everything is hyper real, everything is hyper pronounced, and everything is, and so trying to capture that, I've taken the lyrics and pitched them at such a bizarre level. I would have to think about that, but yeah, I mean that's kind of that's what I try to do with my music. I don't like music that's just one note. I don't like music that's just, Little Bird Lost. Yeah, Little Bird Lost could be a good example of that. Particularly if you don't know the context of the song and you're listening to it, the thing is that could definitely be one that would be where you'd be like, what the hell, you know, just because it's pitched at a ridiculous level. So, hey Stoic, how you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, man, you've been missed, Stoic. You really have, man. I'm glad I've got a chance to see you, over the past couple of shows, but. So anyway, so this is a song called The Girl is Sleeping. It's not The Girl, it's called Girl is Sleeping. This was the very first song. So I'm hanging out with my friends, And as we're passing the guitar around, so what we do is we get together on Friday night and we just hang out together Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that was like, and we would just do that Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. We would just, what we'd do is we'd usually get beers, maybe some drugs, and we would hang out and we just make music. We talk about music, and it was just, for me, it was literally like going to a music academy and learning all about music and hanging out with people that love music as much as I did. And we would pass the guitar around. And every single time I played when somebody else was playing a song, we'd all sing along. We'd all sing harmonies and 3-part harmonies and counterpointing vocal melodies and awesome. And then when I would sing, no one would sing, and it would drive me fucking nuts. And so I kept writing songs, trying to figure out if I could write a song that would compel them to sing. And this was the very first song where by the second time the chorus kick showed up, they were singing along, and it fucking was a triumphant, awesome experience for me. So, hey, Stephanie. There's always been more space than the matter can erase the matter, get you down. Cause you're never around. Well, I can say emphatically that I found the girl of my dreams, but she's sleeping. And I found the girl of my dreams, but she's sleeping all the time. La 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 la. Hush, don't say a word. La 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 la. Hush, don't say a word. Win, place, or show your show. So how's it gonna go when the right becomes a wrong? Will you still hear this song? Well, I can say emphatically that I found the girl of my dreams, but she's sleeping. And I found the girl of my dreams, but she's sleeping all the time. La 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 la. Hush, don't say a word. La 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 la. Hush, don't say a word. Bum 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 bum. God save us in a little book tucked away in a corner of the universe. God save us in a little book tucked away in a corner of the universe. I've been ill, I'm getting worse, my symptoms cannot be reversed, but when I'm with her I feel okay. I've been ill, I'm getting worse, my symptoms cannot be reversed, but when I'm with her I feel okay. Well, I've been sleeping sound since you've been around. Nothing brings me down, so let it all come down. Well, I can say emphatically that I found the girl of my dreams, but she's sleeping. And I found the girl of my dreams, but she's sleeping all the time. So yeah, so that was written way back in 1996. My girlfriend and I, she was my very first long-term girlfriend. She and I had broken up, and then we kind of gotten back together. The first time we broke up, it was because I was overworked and working way too hard at Universal, and I was just neglecting her. You know, like I was super busy, and so when we got back together, I made a point of in finding time to invest in a relationship, you know, and making sure that I was active and present just at the point in time as she had just started a new business with her parents, And so suddenly she was working, 18-hour days. And so she'd come home and she would just go straight to bed, and now all of a sudden she's way overworked. And I was like, look, like we just did this. Like I was just this, like the thing is I'm we are literally you're now on the exact same trajectory I was on. Like, you do see that, right? And the thing is that like, and she didn't, I totally get it. Because she had to get the work done. This business was doing really well. And they were in order to keep up, they were just busting their balls, or busting their humps to get it done, and so yeah, and so in short order, we broke up, yeah, right on, man. That's awesome, Red Panda. And then Tang Sponge Cake, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. All right, so that's song 7 off the first record, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is song 8. This is song 8 off the very first record. I think I can pull off all the songs on the first record. I'm gonna break your heart. I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna fool around. I'm gonna tell you lies. I'm gonna be untrue. I'm gonna make you cry. I'm gonna come unglued. So what you gonna do? You better run away. You better run and hide. You better make your escape. You better run away. You better run away. You better run and hide. You better make your escape. I'm gonna break your heart. I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna fool around. I'm gonna tell you lies. I'm gonna be untrue. I'm gonna make you cry. I'm gonna come unglued. So what you gonna do? So what you gonna do? You better run away. You better run and hide. You better make your escape. You better run away. You better run away. You better run and hide. You better make your escape. You better run away. 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 I'm gonna break your heart. I'm gonna let you down. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna fool around. Yeah, I have a tendency, if I don't play that song super frequently, Jordan, I have a tendency for some reason to rush that what you gonna do? I have no idea why. I like what you gonna do? I have no idea. But so Mike, I just wanted to thank you for having great music. I've woken up a few times in the past week with your songs, but hey, thank you. That's awesome. Thank you. And hey, AJ Acoustic, how you guys? How you doing? Awesome. So you guys give AJ Acoustic Guy a follow. Another music streamer here on Twitch. That is also a friend of this stream, and is also a genuine sweetheart. And yeah, so yeah, like the thing is, so like I've said a whole bunch. There are amazing music streamers on Twitch. The entire Twitch music streaming community are all pretty tight. If there's someone that's new to this, I mean, the thing is like, so for the past couple of years, I haven't had a chance really to spend a lot of time in other people's streams, which really is frustrating for me. It's because my schedule has been super compressed. I've been working on album after album. I've been putting together tours. I've been just kind of like doing a ton of crazy stuff. But so over the next handful of months, particularly when I'm back in Austin, my plan is to do nothing. My plan is to just allow myself to give myself a couple months where all I'm doing is streaming, and I have plenty of time to actually hang out and finally catch people's streams and hang out in there and just be a part of the Twitch community as a fan as well as a performer. Because there are so many fan-worthy people that are streaming music that are absolutely just awesome. So, yeah. So anyway, how many chords are there? There are an infinite number of chords, right? So the thing is just like, so because you can literally take any, as long as you have 3 notes, any combination of 3 notes or 4 notes or 6 notes or 10 notes or like, is a chord. As long as you like 2 notes is a double stop. Anything above 2 notes is a chord. So as long as you got 3 notes, it can be literally anything. That's a chord. There's an infinite number. If you want to learn how to play the guitar and be able to play pretty well, what I would suggest is learn all the open chords. So, you know, the A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, learn all those chords, learn them major and minor in the open chord form if you can, which are not really tough. And then learn the bar chords. So learn the first position, second position bar chords. And then the first position bar chord is also the second position minor chord, and then learn the first position minor chord, and then that gives you enough to actually play pretty much any song possible, any song that you could possibly imagine. If you learn this is a real basic, a diminished shape. And if you can play that, so that gives you access to all 7 chords in the key. So there are other ways to play the diminished chord that are you know, like the beat, but and then that's, so it really is like you could literally learn. It would probably take you about 6 months if you were just to devote yourself to this. You should be able to in 6 months be able to play all of those chords I just showed you, and that would be enough to be able to approximate pretty much any song, pretty much any rock and roll song or any pop song or any R&B song that's ever been written. So it's really not a ton of work. But yeah, so looks at yeah, and I mean it's really I mean so yeah, you can play B flat major, you know, just by doing the second position bar chord, and that's the easiest way to. That's the easiest way to play it, you know. So yeah, so it really is like you learn you learn this chord, this bar chord, the second position bar chord. You learn all the open chords, and it's like if you can learn tab. I mean, it's like it took me about 20 years to really start paying attention to tab, and I'm like oh, this is awesome. This is super easy. I didn't approach it that way. And one thing I definitely recommend is while you're learning to play the chords, you know, as you're alternating between them, and that's the easiest way. That's how I learned. Is let's say I was learning the E and the A, right? 1, 2, so I would do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and I would sing while I was strumming 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and the moment you start varying from 1, 2, 3, 4, you're also learning how to songwrite. You're learning how to sing while playing. And you're also learning how to songwrite. So if you do that all at the same time, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2. That's songwriting. So it really is. So if you do all of that simultaneously, then you end up learning. You're learning how to sing, and play and songwrite all at the same time. So that's what I recommend. So guys, I know people that decided to learn how to play the guitar, and then they decided to learn how to sing, and then they decided to learn how to songwrite, and like you might as well just learn how to do all 3 at the same time. All right, what am I doing? Yeah, next song. Next song. Yeah. So, okay. So this is So this is another song that was written in 1996. 1996 was a good year for me. That was like the first year I had been writing songs. I had. Oh, that's that's very. What do you think? What do you think it meant? Bekuft. I've been writing. So I've been writing songs since '94, I think. But they were not. But '96 was kind of when. '96 was kind of when I was when the band was put together. That's when I started taking songwriting seriously, and that's when I started putting it together. It was like between 96 and 98 is kind of when a lot of like that's when I first started really discovering how to write songs that people could sing along to. So this was and this one was so this one goes. Let's divide the end conclusion, rearrange the last solution, make the ends meet the means. Do you assume the devil's daughter drinks only bottled water? Well, I'll buy her a glass just the same. When I grew up, I wanna be a fire truck. When I grew up, I wanna be a fire truck. When I grow up, I wanna be a fire truck. I wanna be a fire truck when I grow up. Should I falter if I waver, disregard my behavior? Cause I'm getting better every day. If Jesus shows his face again, will he vote Republican? Well, I hope he votes for me, the fire truck. When I grew up, I wanna be a fire truck. When I grew up, I wanna be a fire truck. When I grew up, I wanna be a fire truck. I wanna be a fire truck when I grow up. Hey.
You get the drift of fire.
Should I falter if I waver, disregard my behavior? Cause I'm getting better every day. Do you assume the devil's daughter drinks only bottled water? Well, I'll buy her a glass just the same. When I grew up, I wanna be a fire truck. When I grew up, I wanna be a fire truck. When I grew up, I wanna be a fire truck. I wanna be a fire truck when I grow up. So there is one thing I offer all of you guys, although it might be a little bit expensive coming from the UK to the US. But if ever you have problems with people interrupting your enjoyment of the stream, particularly if they're work people, just give me a number to call. Give me a number to call. I'll call them and I'll be like, look, man, I appreciate that there's work to be done, but they only have one life to live. Just one time. This is their only time on the planet Earth. And you're standing in the way of their enjoyment of music. And that is illegal, and I will press charges. So, yeah, and that ought to work. That ought to work. I'm fairly certain that once I threaten them with illegality of not being able to listen to music at their leisure, at your leisure, yeah, trust me. That's exactly right, Jordan. Or you can take that approach. That is exactly right. If you sing along, it's particularly if you sing along to. Pretty much about 35% of my catalog, like at the top of your lungs. Die Motherfucker Die, that's a good one. I Hate Everyone, that's a good one. What I Love About You, that's a good one. Go to the Mattress, that's a good one. Yeah, I can write notes that I can certainly do with my doctorate of working. Yeah. That's exactly right. That's exactly right, man. Okay, so let me see. So that was the fight. That was the VKFD. That's a holdover from the Vermicious K days. Obviously, VKFD stands for Vermicious K Fire Department, and then this is a song. So it's really funny because I for some reason I write. I've got a lot. I kind of work like Woody Allen. I have a tendency to use a lot of the same themes in my work. One of which is loneliness. It's something that has been with me my whole life. You know, even when I'm in strong relationships, the thing is that there still is. There's just. I mean, obviously, you know, part of it is probably because I'm contained in my little suit of flesh, you know, and it makes it difficult, you know, to take as I become better, as I become more experienced perambulating through this world that is life. The more I realize that there's so much more going on in my head that I'm able to articulate to you, putting one word in front of the other, that I have these gigantic, round, amorphous thoughts and impulses and emotive impulses that are just almost impossible to articulate just one word in front of the other, right? The thing is like it's like trying to paint. It's like trying to paint a it's like trying to paint a painting and just being able to only do it with like one brushstroke at a time and being like, yeah, here's this brushstroke. You're gonna have to wait for a second. Let me finish the fucking painting. You know, the thing is like, so and that, you know, it's just tough. It's there's so many, and like, and sometimes I think I know my mind, and I think I know my perspective, and then I really dig a little bit deeper and I go, oh wait, no, that's not really the root cause. That's not really where my heart lies. That's what I thought it was, but the more I look at it, it actually turns out that it's really this. And so I often feel like I'm sort of trapped inside this shell, you know, like here I am, I'm screaming to be understood and screaming to be able to convey to someone how much they mean to me, or what I think about something, or you know, like the thing is, it is really hard. I mean, the thing is that, like, you know, it's just fucking hard. And the older I get, and the better I get at communicating myself, the more I realize that communication is so. It's still obtuse. Even no matter how incisive my language gets, it still ends up being obtuse, you know. And so I've spent a lot of my time thinking about that, kind of contemplating loneliness. And so this is one of the very first songs that I wrote about loneliness, and then and it kind of set this ball rolling. And I've written about it. I've written about it intermittently throughout my entire music career. But this is a song called "Lonely World," and it goes. So, and this song is very much influenced by the Cars. So if you hear a Cars influence, that's because it's actually there. It goes. He's had 6 girlfriends in just as many weeks. He's tired of love, so all he does is sleep. When something is wrong, he feels hollow inside. All he wants to do is run away and hide. Nothing ever seems to work out anymore. She wonders if she's ever been loved before. She doesn't understand, she doesn't want to try. She doesn't give a fuck, she wants to be alone tonight. She's a lonely girl. And he's a lonely guy. And it's a lonely world. He fucks him cause he can, but it doesn't mean a thing. He wonders if this is the best life will bring. She fucks him cause she can, but she doesn't even care. She's sick of hoping that love is in the air. Meets her for drinks at some ridiculous place at a ridiculous hour where the hipsters like to hang. He doesn't want a girl, she doesn't want a beau. They talk for an hour and she says she has to go. She's a lonely girl. And he's a lonely guy. And it's a lonely world. Maybe you and me can get together, and maybe you and me can do a little better, and maybe you and me can get together. Let's get out of this stormy weather. Whoa. They end up at his house, perching on the couch. It's been a really long night, and they're both worn out. They talk for a while, and then they fall asleep. Sleep, sleep, baby, sleep. Bum-ba-dum, 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 ba-da-da-dum, bum-ba-dum, 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 ba-da-da-dum, bum-bum-ba-da-dum, bum-ba-dum, ba-da-da-dum, bum-bum-ba-da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. She's a lonely girl. And he's a lonely guy. And it's a lonely world. Huh. Yeah, so that's the song "Lonely World." And yeah, that kicked off a whole bunch of anyway. Let me see. So it's really funny. One with the numbers, that song, the one I played earlier. Hear me, brothers and sisters, this is a call to arms. I wrote that in 2000, before the September 11th attacks. At that point in time, I thought we were done with war, which is so naive of me to think, but it was really funny. Like I was like, well, we don't really have any enemies. The Soviet Union's gone. You know, I mean, I know North Korea has been a saber rattling for a long time, but you know, they're a tiny country, and at that point in time, the Mideast, for the most part, I thought we had pretty decent relationships with it really felt, to me felt like, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess war is the thing of the past. That's awesome. And then 8 months later, September 11th happens. And then of course, rather than treating it like a police action, which would have been awesome if we would have rather than made Al Qaeda if we had rather than elevated them to the status of enemy combatants and instead treated them like the punk criminals that they were, and gone and found them and blah blah blah. Oh, you taking off, Wicked Truth? Right on, amigo. You be well, man. Good to see you, dude. And thank you for being here. Although I suspect. Wait, Wicked Truth, are you actually a girl? I'm sorry. I've probably asked this before, but I don't. I'm sometimes I confuse gender, and I apologize if I did. But if you're taking off, I'll be ento, and hope to see you again soon, hopefully. But anyway, what was I saying about my? What was I saying about the war? Oh yeah. So anyway, so I thought what was the thing of the past, and next thing you know, we're fucking going to war, and I'm like, motherfucker. Like, the thing is just like, why are we treating like that's what we got? They got exactly what they wanted. They wanted to get the respect. They wanted to be elevated in the eyes of the world, and we gave them exactly what they wanted, and it fucking was really frustrating. So a couple months after we started bombing Afghanistan, I wrote this song. It's called War. It goes like this. We're gonna get you. Wait, we're gonna get you. Well, my voice. I don't think I can actually sing this because I screamed out, or I sang I Want You, and I think it ruined that register for me. Let me see if I can pull it off. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull this one off tomorrow, guys. I'm sorry. I can't sing it. It's too tough. So I'll play War tomorrow. That's crazy. That's I Want You in that original key is always a voice killer for me for some reason. Like that's just destroys my voice. But this is another one that was written. This is another one that's written in the Vermicious K era. This is a song called She Goes Round, and it's funny because this song is one of Go to the Mattress, which is one of the songs I played earlier. This song, She Goes Round, 13, Fifth in Spring, Won't Let Her Go. There's 8 songs that tell that if you put them together in sequential order, 100 Locks. If you put them together in sequential order, the very first one being 21 is one of them. So the very first one is 13, then 100 Locks, then 21, and I forget the exact sequence, but all the way up to Fifth in Spring, they tell the story of one girl that starts off with some sort of loss of innocence and then eventually becomes a drug addict, and it kind of with her on the streets of downtown Los Angeles. That trajectory, that story is basically an aggregation of me and my friends and the people in my life at that point in time. I took little bits of everybody's lives, mostly pulling from my own life, and I built it into the life of this girl, and kind of like walk you through kind of like the chaos that kind of comes when you find yourself addicted to drugs, But even it's more than that. It's bigger than that. But anyway, it's called the story of the girl. It's an 8-song story cycle, and it basically kind of follows. So this is one of those songs that kind of tells that this is sort of like takes place in her early 20s, and it's written. It's from the perspective of somebody that's dating her. So. She doesn't watch TV, but she listens to the radio. She lives by herself, but she doesn't like to be alone. When we speak, we never say anything. She fears me, and I fear everything. Hurt me again, she said. Hurt me till I feel something. She sleeps, but she never rests. She's afraid to close her eyes. She's going round, 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 round. She's breaking down, 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 down. She's been around, round, 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 round. If we don't know where we're going, how can we arrive if we don't know what we're living for? How will we survive? I dream in color, she said, but her thoughts are in black and white. She doesn't mind if I stick around, just so long as I stay the night. She's going round, 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 round. She's breaking down, 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 down. She's been around, round, 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 round. We don't know where we're going. How can we arrive if we don't know what we're living for? How will we survive? No one can understand how hard it is to get ahead, she said to me with tears in her eyes. It could have been the alcohol, it might have been the cocaine, but something about that girl just isn't the same. She's going round, 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 round. She's breaking down, 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 down. She's been around, round, 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 round. If we don't know where we're going, how can we arrive if we don't know what we're living for? She doesn't watch TV, but she listens to the radio. She lives by herself, but she doesn't like to be alone. Yeah. So, all right. So, are you guys? You know what? Here, let me actually get the main show up and running. This is ridiculous. I've been doing this for now a couple hours, and I totally forgot to do. I can't. Hold on. Shoot. 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, it is August 27th, 2018. I am in Mablethorpe, England, merry old England. And I am here I am in England making music for you guys. I am so far out of my depth. Keep on keeping on, right? That's what you do. Keep on trucking. So I've only got 2 more songs on this album. If you guys want, I can then just go straight to requests if that makes more sense, if that's what you'd prefer, or I can keep on keeping on. It's whatever you guys want. So you let me know and I will do it. Otherwise, yeah. But so I wrote this song. Like this whole record for me, like this. It's really funny because this was. Hey, thank you to Respirator. Thank you, man. And you're in. All right, so you're into keeping it on. All right, cool, man. I can keep doing that. If anybody has, again, I would appreciate the. Yeah. All right, good. Well, yeah, I can keep doing that. Yeah, I definitely do. I definitely do want to hear get a sense of kind of like what turns you guys on and what doesn't, because because yeah, I do this. This is my. I do this all the time. So I'd prefer to give you the show you want as opposed to like, just doing my normal thing. So this song, it's funny. This whole album. The more I think about it, like this whole album, it's crazy that it came about. It was all of our most popular songs, like this is the only album that I've ever released that was really vetted in front of a live audience, where we saw people going nuts. Like these were all the songs that when we played them, people were hey Coffee Kid, how you doing, man? But so it really was. It was the first time when as we're playing, we would see the songs that people really went nuts over, and so every song on this album were songs that people got really excited about. This song, however, I did not want on the record. Our producer was a fellow by the name of Ben Vaughn. Ben is the guy that produced Ween's album 12 Country Golden Greats. He produced Arlo's Stab the Unstoppable Hero. He was the music director for that Third Rock from the Sun and that 70s show. He also did the music for that 80s show. Like he's like an exceptionally accomplished musician that literally goes back 40 years and knows absolutely everybody and is a real fucking just good sweetheart. Ben. So I wrote the song. I don't ever write songs just because they're joke songs. But the thing is this song, I didn't think I would ever put this song on a record, right? I just didn't think that I'd ever put it on a record. And Ben, our producer, comes up to me and he's like, Mike, he's like, you've written a song about this song content, and people like it. Like people go nuts for this song. Yeah, it has to be on the record. I've never heard this. Like this is like, it has to go on the record. Like you wrote this song, it's an ode, and it has to go on the record. Like and so I managed to get him. So he doesn't play instruments on albums he's producing, and we got him to play. And he's a fucking phenomenal guitar player. So at the very end of this song, there's an outro because for many albums, Get Set Go had these long outros, so the very last song on the record had an extended like 2 or 3 or 4 minute outro, and it was just music. It was all awesome. And so we had Ben. So I asked Ben, I was like, Ben, like you have to play. I can't pull this off. I can't play the guitar with the facility that we need. You wanted this song on the album, you have to play it. And so he did it. That was the compromise. And so, so if you go and listen to the album version, at the very end, there's a piano and a guitar dueling. And the piano's played by my buddy Schmed, who's actually moving to Austin. Schmed is going to be moving to Austin, Texas, and he'll be joining me on these live streams with a lot more frequency, which is awesome. So you'll get a chance to see him do his magic because he's fucking mind-blowing. And then so Schmed's moving to Austin, but Schmed played the piano and Ben played the guitar, and it's absolutely brilliant. So you guys, you'll have to check it out when you get a chance. But this is an ode. It's called What I Love About You. It goes like this. I love your vagina. I love the flavor of your lips. I love your vagina. I love the acquiescence of your tits. I love your vagina more than words can say. You keep a miracle between your legs. I love everything about you. I love everything about you. It's true. I love everything about you, but most especially, I love your vagina. I love the flavor of your lips. I love your vagina. I love the acquiescence of your tits. I love your vagina more than words can say. You keep a miracle between your legs. Do 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 I love your vagina. I love the flavor of your lips. I love your vagina. I love the acquiescence of your tits. I love your vagina more than words can say. You keep a miracle between your legs. Give me 1 second. Hold on real quick. Hold on. I just need it. This is my mom. She's trying to get. I'm just letting you know I'm streaming. Sorry. Hey, hold on. All right. So that was an ode. And hey, Justin, how you doing? And Wolfenhausen, thank you, man. And anyway, so it was Ben demanded to go on the record. Amy demanded to go on the record, and it ended up working. So and then this was another song. So this was another song that Amy, the very last. This was a hidden track on our record. It wasn't really a hidden track. There were like 14 seconds after the end of our. It was like 14 seconds after the end of our of What I Love About You. Then this song came on, you know, and so it wasn't really hidden, but it didn't have a name on the album. Like it wasn't listed as a track. And this is a song called Wait. The only reason why this song was even on the record was because Amy Wood, our drummer, was like, it has to be on the record, Mike. It has to be on the record. And I'm like, Amy, it doesn't sound like the band. It doesn't sound like our music. And she's like, I don't care. It has to be on the record. Thank God she was that ardent about it because it ended up being the song that I've made the most money off of over the course of my life. Wait, Wait for the dawn, my dear. Wait till the sun gets here, and you will wait too long. He will be gone. Wait, wait till the sun shines through. Wait till the sky is blue, and you will wait too long. He will be gone. He will be gone. Ooh, he will be gone. Ooh, he will be gone. Eoxy, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Wait, wait till the signs are right. Wait till the perfect time, and you will wait too long. He will be gone. He will be gone. Ooh, ooh, ooh. He will be gone. Ooh, he will be gone. La 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 ooh. Wait till you down no more. Wait till you know you're sure, and you will wait too long. He will be gone. So yeah, so that was the that was the last song on that album. Yeah, Susan Vale, who was an editor on she was an editor on Grey's Anatomy. She was working on the very first episode, not the pilot episode, but the very first episode after the pilot episode. And she took that song and used it as placeholder music when she was putting together her very first cut, right? Because they don't have approved music when they put together their first cut of the footage. So she uses her own music, and she puts my song "Wait" over. She uses the song in its entirety. And she puts it over the entirety of a 3.5 minute scene or sequence of scenes, you know. And did you really? Yeah. See, and it's crazy because it works so well. Like it really does. Like even by the time like the la la like the la 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 that dips down and the dialogue comes up, and then it keeps hey, thank you Red Panda, right on, man, thank you. I wish you the most awesome today and tomorrows, no matter what you. Thank you, and right back at you. Seriously, thank you. I really do appreciate it, and that means the world. Thank you so much. And wasn't it was it was literally like the song was written for, like, even the lyrical content kind of like matched what was going on. I was like that's just awesome, you know, and so I do.
See how a pumpkin patch can be more sincere than this one. You can look all around and there's not a sign of hypocrisy.
Not a
Nothing
sign
but
anywhere.
sincerity as far as the eye can see.
Thank you, Felix. And yeah, man. Anyway, it you know, like, what an awesome, like, you know, the thing is that, like, how awesome could that, you know, like you know, that she would do that, and then how amazing it was that Shonda would respond. In fact, it's really funny. So that those two songs, that 1-2 punch. So Susan Vale puts our song "Wait" over that scene. Shonda goes, "Wow, this is an amazing song. Who is this?" And then Susan goes, "Oh, you have to check out this band." And then she plays her "What I Love About You," the song, the Ode to the Vagina. And Shonda's like, "This is the same band." And she's like, "Yeah, I know. Isn't it great?" And then that was the beginning of our relationship with Grey's Anatomy, and that lasted a full decade, you know, and it might have even lasted longer, but I felt I stopped sending them my stuff because I felt like I was being too greedy. It's not that. That's not it. I knew at some point it was going to run out, that they were going to stop paying attention, and I wanted them to stop paying attention on my terms, not their terms, I think is the real reason. So yes, I did feel like they had taken care of us too much. Yes, I felt like they were too generous. I mean, I wanted to keep going, but at the same time, I felt, I don't know how to explain it. Like this is another one of those, that confluence of like lots of different impulses and perspectives. But I think at the heart of hearts, at my heart of hearts, I think the real reason was I knew at some point in time the relationship was going to end. I knew that the music I was making was getting better, and they were paying less attention, and I couldn't bear to send them my best stuff and have them ignore it or have them not license it. And so I mean that it's funny. I mean, the thing is that like I mean, that is part of it, Red Panda, because they licensed 9 of my songs. They licensed 9 of my songs, and 2 of them they licensed over and over and over again. So I think there were a total of 16 or 17 licenses just from Grey's Anatomy alone. Like, that's pretty fucking, I mean, that was a lot of money. That was a lot of money. I don't know. That's the thing is I don't really know 100% where my head was at back then. You know, I don't really know that. I think that the reason I sold myself on why I was going to stop submitting stuff was because I had a bunch of music, and I sent them 3 albums after the very last license, which was Stone of Suffering. I sent them 3 albums after that, and they didn't license anything. And so I was like, okay, then maybe they're no longer interested in my music. So maybe I should kind of walk away. Maybe I should walk away from this, you know? And so, hey, Odd Assassin, how you doing, man? Yeah, it's been great, dude. I'm right now kind of doing a temporary hiatus in Mablethorpe, the UK, with some friends of mine. But my hope is to get back to Spain. If I can generate enough revenue, my hope is to get to Spain at the very beginning of next month, and then to come back here to play my buddy's wedding. My buddies Steve and Juan are getting married. I'm actually at their place right now. They're getting married, and I'm going to play their wedding, and then I'm going to head to London, and I'm going to play another show in London, and then I'm going to fly back to the United States, and then I'm going to hop in my car and do a couple meet and greets on my way back to Austin. Yeah, heading down south. So. Yeah, man, it's been good. But yeah, you know, I just told that story, Wolfenhausen. Did you miss it? That's I just told that story. That the Susan Vale putting my song on the first album or first episode. There's no are you asking how I knew Susan and how she had my music? Because I can give you that story, but okay. Oh yeah. No worries. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah. So it was just an editor friend of mine who knew my music from our music scene, placed one of our songs on the very first episode, and Shonda Rhimes, the creator of Grey's Anatomy, saw that episode. Or listened to that song, was like, this is a great song. Who is this by? And then my friend Susan Vale, who was the editor, said, oh my God, you have to hear this other song, which was the Ode to the Vagina. And she was like, this is amazing. And then that started the relationship that continued for a full decade, you know? Hey, One Odd Sock, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. How you doing, man? So we need to get together, dude. Are you still in Lincoln? One Odd Sock? Are you still in Lincoln? I'm so sorry, man. I've been on my serious shit. Hold on. I've just been on a serious oh, you did, okay, yeah, yeah, sorry man, I'm super broke right now, and I've got bills I need to pay, so me getting around, going anywhere for the time being is just not possible, particularly if I'm trying to get to Spain. Yeah, I mean, anyway, right now everything's just up in the air. It's just whatever. It's and that's it's fine what it is. So yeah, right on. Yeah, I mean, obviously that's a great thing. I will definitely be at the London show because I fly to London the next day or the day after. So I need to be in London. So hey, Justin, how you doing, man? All right, so good to see you, man. And hey, Waffle. So how you doing? How you doing, Matt? Yeah, I meant to say thanks for keeping me updated on Jay, Matt. I know I've been kind of unresponsive. I was getting those alerts because I was in the Netherlands when they first started coming in. I was getting really, really super spotty internet connectivity. So sometimes I would get them. Sometimes I would get them. Sometimes I would get them, like days later. And so, yeah. So anyway, thank you, man. Thank you for keeping me updated. So, yeah, that's Lenina said as much. She said that you guys had kind of deliberated over what, yeah. Yeah. And I get that, but thank you, man. Obviously Jay's a good friend, and I wish him nothing but the best, and yeah, that's very, very frightening. I'm glad he's actually on the mend. And for those of you that don't know, so I'm certain that a bunch of you, if you're regulars in the show or regulars here, know Jay Schwood. He's been in these streams with some frequency for the past year and change, and he's a good friend of mine, and he just ended up in the hospital in a pretty debilitated state, and is now finally on the mend and recovering. But for a while there, it looked like it was real touch and go, and it looked like perhaps he wasn't going to survive, and so yeah, and I knew he had been in the hospital. I didn't realize the seriousness of it. I didn't realize how bad it was until just like relatively recently. So yeah. And it's crazy. It's crazy because the thing is that like it's sort of surreal, like the thing is like I just I just kind of just texted with Brian and was like fuck, man, and he was the one that was able to convey to me like how serious it had been, and I'm like, oh Jesus. So yeah. So yeah. I mean, yeah, but at least. Yeah, but at least he is, he's kicking his ass, which is good. So give me 1 second. Okay. All right. So all right. So what am I? So all right. So that was the. So do it. Shall we get up and running with the next album? So it's almost 7:00. I think it's. So I really was only planning on going till 7. I could go till 8. I started at 4, 7. So this is about 3 hours. Wow, I've only played like 15 songs in 3 hours. I've been just the chatting fool. I've been a chatting fool. Huh. Yeah, I don't, I guess, Bonnie was saying that she just had a conversation with him, and that he was that she had a full conversation with him, and that was exciting. So it definitely seems like he was pretty debilitated. I forgot to say, Eoxy, hold on. Let me read Eoxy's message. That's very funny. Wait, okay, hold on. Jordan, yeah, I mean, I prefer. I prefer to play over talk. You know, the thing is I mean, I'm here. This is also my chance to practice. You know, and to get and to keep command of my catalog. But so hold on. What's going on? Okay. Well, even if it was, I still want to read it, Yoxie. Thank you, brother. Thank you, seriously, man. Like it's funny because throws a buck in your guitar case. Just oh yeah. No, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. I mean, yeah, it's crazy because the thing is like you guys really have like this entire there were all sorts of I had all sorts of hard stops on this tour, right? I wasn't certain I was going to make it to the UK. I wasn't even certain I was going to make it to New York. Chicago was going to be my last show. I wasn't certain that I was going to be able to survive to New York. You know, like that was I think when I was in Seattle, you know. And the thing is that then all of a sudden, you know, you guys came to my rescue. The Corvallis show kind of came to my rescue. There were so the thing is that there were a handful of like really strong shows and a handful of really long live streams that is it low? Huh. I can plus the here. Okay, I brought it up a little bit if that's a little better. But yeah, and so stoic. And yeah, and then all of a sudden you guys made that possible for me to make it to New York, and then you guys made it possible for me to get to Europe. I mean, like literally. And so yeah, man. Yeah, all of this stuff, you know, is yeah, you guys are the chief reason why I'm doing it. And so I just have to say thank you. Like thank you, and thank you so much, Yoxie. So I think it's mostly you getting off the mic to read and stuff like that. Oh okay. All right, good, cool. All right. So all right. So let's get up and running. Let's get up and running on Ordinary World. So this is ooh, that's bright. Okay, but it's corrected. Good. So bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum. There is nothing that I could say that would in almost any way express the frustration in my head. I don't want to get to bed today. I don't want to face another day. Everything is better left unsaid. And I don't want to get a job. I've stolen all that I could rob. I don't know how I will get by. Something in me thinks I've won too many drinks. I've spent too much time getting high. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. What do you do when you're done with living but you are still alive? I don't want to kill myself, but I just can't survive. Hey, hey, hey. It's crying shame. 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 Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. I'm sick of doing anything, so burnt out on all the songs I sing. I just want to disappear. I'm too lazy to even fall asleep, lying here, not counting any sheep, listening to the passing of the years. and I don't wanna get a job. I've stolen all that I could rob. I don't know how I will get by. Something in me thinks I've had one too many drinks. I spent too much time getting high. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. What do you do when you're done with living but you are still alive? I don't want to kill myself, but I just can't survive. Hey, hey, hey. It's a crying shame. 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 Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. So it's really funny. This album. So this this is obviously Gets That Go's second record. And this was a record of failure for me. Like the thing is that like like I'd put out my second record or my first record and it totally tanked, and the record label didn't want to put out another record. And so they had spent $80,000 promoting it to commercial radio. They had spent $26,000 making the album, or somewhere around there. They had spent $27,500 getting the album made. That doesn't include the cost of manufacturing. So there's probably another $5,000 on top of that, and probably another, and probably print advertising and the publicist and all the other stuff. So they were probably $120,000 in on this first record, and we sold 200 copies, maybe a little bit more than that, but we sold nothing, and so I knew the record label wasn't interested in putting out another record, and I asked them, what about if I were to go find another label that was interested in putting out our albums? Would you be interested in? And would you be interested in me moving to a different record label and still trying to push my career forward, and seeing if I can generate more revenue, generate more album sales for you guys by just growing the band, and they said, of course, yeah, we'd totally be willing to do that. But we'd have to attach a turnaround cost. And a turnaround cost means basically that whatever they spent, they would attach in order for another record label to buy us out of our contract, they would have to pay all or a portion of the money that TSR Records, our record label, invested in the band. So the thing is, so they could have very well have attached a $120,000 turnaround cost to the band. They didn't tell me what the cost was going to be, but the thing is that but I'm fairly certain, knowing Tom, if someone was interested in me, he would have tried to get as much out of them as possible. So, but we were a little fucking punk rock band. I knew the people that were interested in us. We were talking to 3 record labels when we signed with TSR. The other 2 labels were not nearly as interested as TSR was. So I'm 100% certain that I couldn't go back to those labels and be like, hey, do you want to sign us? And it'll cost you $50,000. The thing is that's no one was signing bands at that price unless you were our friends Vendetta Red signed a $500,000 contract, of which nothing came of it, but so I thought I was never gonna have another record, and when Grey's Anatomy came and said, hey, we want more songs from you, and I sent them a bunch of acoustic demos, and they're like, hey, we definitely want to get at least 1 or 2 more songs from this collection. I went back to the record label and I was like, hey guys, Grey's Anatomy wants more songs from me. Do you want to do another record? Because that's the only way I want to do it. If you want to just do the singles, I don't want to do it. But if you want to do a full another record, let's do it. So they thought about it and they're like, all right, let's do another record. And again, this is, no one really knew that Grey's Anatomy was going to be the hit that it ended up becoming, So So here we are. So we go and we make the record, and I think this is going to be my very last record. I think that this is going to be the last record I'm going to get a chance to ever put out. And so I was like, all right, how many songs can I fit on an 80 minute CD? And because that's the maximum time length of time you can put on an audio disc is 80 minutes. So if you look at that album, it's 21 songs. It's like literally 78 and a half minutes. So it's literally like I can't fit another 3-minute song on that album. And I thought, and again, and the sound had changed. Like the sound had changed because we were a pop punk band, you know. So the first record is a pop punk band, and the very second record is acoustic guitar and viola and piano and harmonies and like this. Like, I mean, there were harmonies on the first record, but it was a pop punk record. And then all of a sudden we go from that to like it was still ostensibly a punk album. It was still the punk like my punk writing perspective, but it was a completely radically different thing. And the thing is, and I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it because this is my last record and I want this to sound the way I think I really want the music to sound, and fuck it. And so when I took the new iteration of the band to the scene was like, what the fuck is this, Mike? You know, cause they knew us as a pop punk band. So they weren't into it. The label wasn't into it. You know, like the only people that were seemed to be like, they were kind of into it was Grey's Anatomy, you know? And every single song on this album, because these songs were all written at a point in time when I thought I wasn't going to be putting out new music. They were just they were the songs I wrote to keep myself sane and to keep myself alive, you know? And yeah, and so it was like an intensely personal record. And I thought it was going to be my last album, you know? Hey, my Flo, how you doing? So every single song on this record is kind of about my personal struggles with all of the chaos, you know, that I was going through at that point in time. Let me, I have to pull up the sequence for the next record. Give me 1 second. So you've ruined life here, Ordinary World. So, all right. So Crying Shame and then Get Through the Days. So this is, so one thing that a lot of you don't know is that Eric Summer, our viola player, he sequenced this record. So we got all these songs done. So we recorded 14 of them at Amy Wood's. So Amy Wood's dad, John Wood, helped co-produce this album with me, and John Wood co-produced this record with me, and we recorded 14 of the songs at John's studio. And then I recorded the other 7 at my friend Nate's studio. That it was just a home recording studio where Schmed, Nate and I, and the 3 of us kind of put together Crying Shame and Die Motherfucker Die and In the Name of All That's Evil and Do Over and a bunch of these other songs. So all the songs with no drums. We added the drums to Die Motherfucker Die after the fact. We added the drums to In the Name of All That's Evil after the fact, just so we could make sure Dave had because Dave had joined the band by this point in time, and we want to make sure he had a footprint on the record. So, I totally lost my train of thought. Anyway, so it was Eric sequenced the album. So, cause there's 21 songs and I'm like, Eric, I can't even deal with this, man. Like, I'm done with this. I am always, as a professional musician, I've always been about three significant heartaches away from just giving up everything, you know, like that. Like the thing is that like it is for someone that's doing this professionally, my skin has gotten thinner. It has gotten more difficult. The wounds wound deeper and they take so much longer to recover, and the highs and the successes have less and less impact. You know, it's like, I don't know what that is. I've talked about this with other people I've talked about this with other professional artists, whether they be novelists, whether they be other musicians. It seems to run the case for anybody that, like me, that has had small successes, enough successes to keep you going, but not enough successes to be like, yeah, we arrived and we don't need to worry about our bills and things are fine and like we're being celebrated. If you're working class, you know, if you're working class musician, a working class author, a working class painter. The thing is it seems like is as I've known them and as I've talked with them and as we've the thing is all of us seem to kind of come to the same conclusion that it gets more difficult as time goes on. You know, like that it becomes that the struggle, it doesn't get easier. It gets easier for you to get up and do your job. You get better at what you do. Everything else, all the business aspects of it, all the vicissitudes of it's really tough. Thank you, Xavier Skywaffle and Modern Poet. Hello, nice to meet you. So Eric, I'm like Eric, just take this record and sequence it. So he put together a sequence, and it was a great sequence. And then John Wood, the guy that was co-producing the album with me, he's like, Mike, I like this sequence a lot, but can we take Crying Shame and can we put that right up in front? And I'm like, why? And he's like, because he's like Crying Shame, explains the entire rest of the record. It explains everything. And I'm like, dude, you're right. That's awesome. So that song I just played, Crying Shame, was the opening overture, but this was the one that Eric intended to be the opening track. And I think, and for my money, pound for pound, this is one of my best songs lyrically. It's called Get Through the Day. And it goes, smoking my last cigarette out on the patio. The day is breaking and I've been taking the drugs. Make my heart pound, I need another cigarette. Poking through the ashtray, hoping to find another way to get through the day. 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 Drinking up the dregs of all the beer bottles of last night's party, 'cause I don't wanna go down to the hookup for another hookup. I got another hookup. I just need to cook up a way to get through the day. Another way to get through the day. Another way to get through the day. Another way to get through the day. We've wasted our days and we've wasted our lives. We're wasted, we're wasted, we're wasted, alright. We've wasted our days and we've wasted our lives. We're wasted, we're wasted, we're wasted, alright. Got a girl naked, but I couldn't get it up. So we smoked some black and we laughed it up. She said, hey honey, you're a real rock star. I said, nah baby, you go too far. It's just a way to get through the day. Another way to get through the day. Another way to get through the day. Another way to get through the day. Woke up in the afternoon, head still pounding. I don't know what to do and the pressure's mounting. I could have been a lover, I could have been a fighter. I should have been a doctor so I could have been describing a way to get through the day. Another way to get through the day. Another way to get through the day. Another way to get through the day. We've wasted our days and we've wasted our lives. We're wasted, we're wasted, we're wasted, alright. We've wasted our days and we've wasted our lives. We're wasted, we're wasted, we're wasted, alright. So yeah, no, that's really funny, Essen, because that was exactly the debate that we had. Like so Eric spent a long time on the sequence, which was awesome. He actually spent a long time and did a whole bunch of different perspectives on it, and we talked about all of them. Like, it's really funny. Even to this day, there's not so much thought goes into every single aspect of my records. Like, the thing is, none of it is just like. None of it is just like, yeah, here, let's just do this and let's go. The thing is, so we we would tear these sequences apart and break. Like, it's really funny. I've now gotten a lot better at sequencing. So usually I am while I'm bouncing records or while I'm bouncing tracks, I'm listening to them up against other tracks. So I'm kind of sequencing while I'm actually making the record. So for me, by the time the album, all the tracks are done, I already have a pretty solid idea of kind of how I want to sequence the album. But again, the way that I sequence the record is what I usually do is I break them up into like, well, what are the themes? So these are the songs about this theme. These are the songs about this theme. These are the songs about this theme. These are the up-tempo songs. These are the slow-tempo songs. These are the songs in this key. These are the songs in this key. And I make sure that I don't have, I try not to have keys up against each other. I try to make sure that sometimes the keys actually complement each other. Like they're like, sometimes I try to make sure that the ideas, the thoughts of the albums all kind of like flow properly so that there's not too much of the same kind of ideas happening at the same time. Like, so it's a pretty involved like it's sort of like writing a whole nother song. Once you've got the songs that you're going to put on the record, and then I think about the longevity of the album. So sometimes I will take more difficult to wrap your head around songs and I put them in the middle or back end of the record in the hope that as people listen to them, they kind of like, the thing is because it takes a while for people to dig, particularly if you do like I've been doing a 30 song or 45 song album, it takes a while for you to get down into the deeper tracks, you know, particularly if you do it like I listen to records where I start at the beginning and listen all the way through. So sometimes I like having an album that kind of unfolds. Like the more you listen to it, the more you start to fall in love with attributes of the early songs that you maybe weren't hearing at first, and then falling in love with the lyrical content and the music, the magic of the later tracks, the deeper cuts, you know. So I don't know if I'm great at it, but the thing is but I try to do that with every record I put out, you know. But this one, of course, I had nothing to do with. I did. Eric did put together sequences. We did talk about them. We did sort them out. We did it, you know, like, but this one was mostly Eric. So, yeah, amen, Jordan. Like I do that all the time. She cuts herself beneath her clothes, a secret wound that no one knows. She likes the way she hurts herself. It makes her feel like nothing else. Now she never talks to anyone. She hides away, abhors the sun. She keeps her heart within a box, protected with 100 locks. It's true. It's true. She walks nude throughout her room. She bears the scars of countless wounds. They multiply upon her flesh, some are old and others fresh. It's true. It's true. She loves the night, the starless and the moonless night, when all of the lights are gone and only darkness shines. She loves the night when only the darkness shines. Hey, favorite cat. She loves the night, the starless and the moonless night, when all of the lights are gone and only darkness shines. She loves the night when only the darkness shines. She cuts herself beneath her clothes, a secret wound that no one knows. She likes the way she hurts herself. It makes her feel like nothing That she never talks to anyone. She hides away, abhors the sun. She keeps her heart within a box, protected with 100 locks. It's true. It's true. She loves the night, the starless and the moonless night. All of the lights are gone and only darkness shines. She loves the night, the starless and the moonless night. All of the lights are gone and only darkness shines. Yeah, right on. Hey, that's awesome, Paper Cat. Give Rach Lexi a hug for me, will you? That's awesome. How's it been, man? How's Florida treating you? Have you guys been having grand adventures? Hey, Nicole. And so Nicole, Die Motherfucker Die is on this album that I'm playing right now, but I don't think I'm gonna get to it because it happens at the end of this album. But I am gonna be picking up tomorrow. So right now I'm actually playing through all of my songs in sequence from the very first record to my newest stuff, including all the side project albums and including all of everything in sequence. The reason why I'm doing that, I'm only playing songs I have memorized. So I'm trying to get through all of the songs that I actually do have memorized and see how many I know. So so Die Motherfucker Die is exactly, it's 16 songs away. So it is, yeah. So if you're around tomorrow, I'll definitely be playing it, probably in the first hour and a half or so. I'm just, this is just, and then of course, come Thursday of this week, I will be right back to doing normal requests, and you can request it yourself if you'd like to. But I'm just doing this to kind of see exactly how many songs I actually know. Because it used to be I only knew about 40 songs, and right now I think I can get about 150. Hey. Oh yeah, awesome, man, right on. So yeah, I know it's so crazy. So you do it in B flat? Do you do it in B flat, or you just do it in B? Okay, sorry. So this is a song called Ordinary World. This is the title track from this record. Yeah, it's funny. I was a drug addict. I was a drug addict while this album was being written. Not all of it, but most of it. And then, I see. Right on. So I was a drug addict while most of this album was being written, and then I got clean, and then the last section of the album was written. So a lot of it is about me and the aftermath, me as a drug addict and the aftermath of me being a drug addict. These are all songs that again, when I was writing these, I knew that I was never going to have another record, so I was writing them just for myself, just to keep me sane. The band was no longer, I didn't have a band at this point in time. I was literally just writing these songs because that's what I do, And so the thing is, and so this song, Ordinary World, the entirety of this album, like the idea was that hey, this is, that all it takes is the ridiculous to happen often enough in your life for that to become your ordinary day, So everybody else, for most people, they go to work, they get up in the morning, they go to work, they come home, they put on the TV, they make some dinner, they put on the TV, they hang out with their husband or wife, and that's their day, and that's their routine. But the thing is, that's not everybody's routine. And my routine at this point in time was chaos, but it felt like my life, and so I would, when I was thinking about that, I was like, anyway, well, yeah. So anyway, it's called a song called Ordinary World, because it is. Peter lost another job today. He showed up drunk and 40 minutes late. It was last mistake. Peter drank all through the day, another drink to numb away the pain. But the day remained. Hey, hey, hey. Another ordinary day. Hey, hey, hey. Another ordinary day in an ordinary world with ordinary boys fucking ordinary girls in an ordinary time. So ordinary that we are losing our minds. So what you gonna do? The choice is up to you. Mary got knocked up again. She got drunk and slept with her best friend. Ooh. Mary didn't know what to say because she knew that her best friend was gay. She fucked him anyway. Hey, hey, hey. Another ordinary day. Hey, 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 another ordinary day in an ordinary world with ordinary boys fucking ordinary girls in an ordinary time. So ordinary that we are losing our minds. So what you gonna do? The choice is up to you. Peter climbed into his car, filled up the tank, and fled to foreign parts. With the broken heart, Mary is a single mom. She loves her son, but laments the life she lost. She bears a heavy cross. Hey, hey, hey. Another ordinary day. Hey, 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 another ordinary day in an ordinary world with ordinary boys fucking ordinary girls in an ordinary time. So ordinary that we are losing our minds. So what you gonna do? The choice is up to you. Yeah, so so that you know, so I was gonna say something about that record or about that song, and I don't remember. Hey, right on, thank you, Coffee Kid, right on, man. Yeah, and and so like that, like. It's funny. I used to write songs about time. Hey, Cruz, how you doing, man? How you doing, brother? I used to write songs about time a lot. Like there used to be something. As a little kid, as like a 12-year-old kid, I remember I used to stand in front of the mirror. I think I've talked about this on the stream, but I used to stand in front of the mirror, And I used to feel my face, and I used to be like, remember what this feels like. Because I remember feeling my dad's face, right? And even when he was freshly shaved, I could still feel the stubble. You could still feel that. And so I remember sitting in front of the mirror and being like, remember what this feels like. Because sometime when I get older, it will never feel like this again. So I remember being that aware of the passage of time and how fleeting time was, that I just remember trying to like memorize that, just to hold on to a moment. It's really funny. Like I think about that. And I used to have this weird obsession with like time, and I used to do stuff like I would carve into my dresser. I'd carve a date and a time and be like, all right, so if I get access to a time machine, then I will go back in time at this exact moment. Like, of course, I have no, like, the thing is if ever I have access to a time machine, though, I would love to go back and just find, like, hey, Mike, I'm here. But the thing is it like, and fuck the rules of physics be damned. I don't give a fuck, But the thing is it like, but as I've gotten older, that obsession with time has kind of gone away, and instead it's more, am I living? Yeah. That's exactly right, Jordan. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So yeah, but I would for me, the thing is that like it really comes down to, am I living the life that I want? Like am I living a purpose-driven life that is going to fulfill me to the end of my days? Because the thing is that, like, as far as I know, this is the only shot I get, and so I'm constantly checking in with myself, and I'm constantly, but and it's funny because the thing is it like it just recently in my life, like I've kind of had to come to terms with the fact that like that maybe the way I tackle stuff is not the healthiest, and maybe the way I tackle stuff is like I was saying, like I was talking about earlier, like doing this for a living, doing what I do for a living, taking particularly the way I do it, particularly the way I write my songs, the my need to write songs, the way I write my songs are very different than my need to play my songs and perform my songs. And the things I get out of both of them are very different. And so for me, I write my music to do a handful of things, to take a lot of the woe and pain and overwhelming sense of sadness and loneliness and pain. And like, I write songs to externalize that. It's kind of like, it's like therapy, but rather than talking to a therapist, I turn it into song, Hey Donald, how you doing, man? But the thing is, but then I also write because I like to crystallize. I like to, I use it. I try to write mind control songs. I try to use music to influence people, or to influence the perspective of a girl I'm into, or influence the thing is but I also use it to capture my not even political perspective, my idea that we're all people and that we should be taking care of each other, that all of us we're all in this together. We should all be like, so there's a whole myriad of different things, but yeah, I don't know where I got off on this, but yeah, I mean, it's funny though. I would agree with that, Wolfenhausen, except for the fact that I don't like militaristic metaphors, because anything, I don't want to conquer anything. I don't want to conquer anybody. This is not a competition. I'm not in a race. I'm not going to win. I'm not going to lose. I remove myself from competition altogether. I don't mind playing a game. I don't mind playing, but the thing is I'll play to win, but I don't care if I win or lose. Because the thing is that, because for me, I realized that making things about competition ruined things for me. When I didn't win, I felt terrible. When I did win, I felt terrible. That's fucking awful. Like, the thing is, I would be like, yeah, I'm the winner. But at the same time, I also recognize there are people that I love that were losers. That's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. So the thing is, I try to stay away from anything that suggests that there are winners and losers, because there's not. We're just people. And the thing is, and yes, you can qualify things from, well, in the game, there's a winner and there's a loser. Yes. Okay. I'm willing to concede that. But the thing is, but really truthfully, in the whole scheme of things, that does not matter. The thing is that money doesn't matter. In fact, money destroys more shit than it builds up. Like the thing is that like religion destroys more shit than it builds up. And it breaks my heart because it's like a lot of this stuff is, for at least from my estimation, it feels like obvious and it's not. So. Yeah, and I do get that, Jordan. Like the thing is, yeah, like for me, my primary goal is just I'm just trying to make sense of my own head. I'm trying to make sense of my life, and I'm trying to make sense of why I do the things that I do, so that I can do them with more empathy, with more intelligence, with more kindness, with more awesome. I like like I want when I move on, which I hope never happens. I hope I never die. But if I do, I want people to be like, hey, Mike left the world a little bit better than when he got it, And I feel like I'm failing, I mean, but that's just my temperament, like I feel like I'm always failing, It's the thing that motivates me to work harder and do more, All right, so and then with this song. So this song was written the day before I went into the studio. And so I get in there and I'm like, Amy. So Amy's playing drums. At this point in time, she's playing drums on 14 or 13 of our songs. And I'm like, Amy, I just wrote a new song. I just wrote a new song and you have to learn how to play this song, It's in 6/8. It's pretty straightforward. So literally we get in the studio and we workshop this song. It's like one of the first songs we record drums for, because I'm like, I just wrote this. I think it's gonna be awesome. And he was like, all right, let's do it. And it turns out that it was our second most popular song. And Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, 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 bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Some stupid chick in the checkout line was paying for beers with nickels and dimes, and some old man clipped coupons and argued whenever they wouldn't take one. All I wanted to buy was some cigarettes, but I couldn't take it anymore, so I left. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. All the people on the street, I hate you all, and the people that I meet, I hate you all, and the people that I know, I hate you all, and the people that I don't, I hate you all. Oh, I hate you all. Thank you, Jordan. Yeah, I'll talk about that in just a second, man. Some fucking asshole just cut me off and gave me the finger when I fucking honked. Then he proceeded to put on the brakes. He slammed on the brakes, but I made a mistake. When I climbed out of the van, he was waiting, but he was 6'3" and 200 pounds of Satan. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. All the people on the street, I hate you all, and the people that I meet, I hate you all, and the people that I know, I hate you all, and the people that I don't, I hate you all. Bet you think I'm kidding. I promise you it's true. I hate most everybody, but most of all, I hate, not Mikey Mega Mega though. All the people on the street, I hate you all, and the people that I meet, I hate you all, and the people that I know, I hate you all, and the people that I don't, I hate you all, and the people in the east, I Hey, Mikey, Mega, how you doing, man? So for those of you guys, I don't know if I told you the story, but I actually met Mikey at Sam and Megan and Raquel Lilly's show in London not too long ago. It's crazy. It feels like it was months ago, but yeah, man, I'm great, dude. Yeah, I'm doing really well. I'm going through my entire catalog from my very first record. I actually even started with songs before my first record, and I just did my first record. Now I'm in the middle of my second record. I'm going all the way up to record number 14. Including all the side project albums and all the EPs. And I'm playing only songs I have memorized to see exactly how many I do have memorized. So, it's been a pretty crazy thing. And right on, man. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Well, yeah. Thanks for bringing folks over, man. Good to see you, man. It was a real pleasure. It's always nice to put faces, to names, and it's always nice to feel like I've had a chance to meet, because it's funny because I mean a lot of these people I've not yet met Dawsony, Mary, and I have to reach out to him and figure out if that's possible. I mean, right now I am here. I can't move. I can't migrate. I got to make sure I can pay my rent. After I can make sure I can pay my rent, then I need to pay for my plane flight to visit Paper Cat. If I can do that. So perambulating around the UK right now is really, really difficult. But it's I'm here anyway. So and my flight's already paid. My flight back to the US is already paid for. That's great. I can definitely get down to London if I have to. The thing is so it's just right. So everything else, yeah. You spent him Twitch message, but he probably didn't get it. Who? Dawsony. Oh yeah. I definitely need to reach out to him and I know he's been working real hard. So. Anyway, okay. So I'm gonna have to go pretty soon. I don't think I can do the full 4 hours because I forgot Juana and Steve. This is their place. I forgot Juana is making dinner and I can smell it. And I realized that I told her I was going to be streaming for 3 hours. So she was going to make dinner to have it ready at the 3 hour mark. And so it's probably sitting there getting cool and I'm probably being a jerk. So I realized I shouldn't be a jerk. So I'm going to do one last song. I'm going to do one last one. Yeah. Amen, Mikey, make it bigger. So I'm gonna do one last song. This is the next one on the album, and then I'll pick it up tomorrow. I'll pick it up tomorrow with Murder by Millions. So this is a song called Lift Me Up. And then we're gonna go raid somebody. I want to thank you guys for coming out. thank you for being here. Thank you for just hanging out and shooting the shit, and thank you for lurking and just I love you guys. I really do. Thank you for being a part of this very bizarre and interesting experiment that is my life. And I hope that I am able to provide some awesome and fun in your lives. And I hope that Elix gets his guts put back where they belong. Thank you, Don. Every time I think that everything is gonna work out, someone comes and kicks me in the balls. And every time it happens, I get a bit desensitized, and now my balls don't work at all. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, it's so sad, and it's breaking my heart. My heart's nothing to worry about, 'cause the rest of me's falling apart. But it's not getting me down, 'cause there's a girl that spins my world around. And it's for sure that every time I'm loving her, the world collapses under her. All that's left is her and me, and she gets me high, 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 and it's alright. She's been lifting me up into the sunshine. She's been pulling me up past the small line. She's been dragging me up past my agony. Oh, this girl, she's fine. Then she gets me high, 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 and it's alright. Every time I wonder what the future holds for me, I just have to cringe, you see. Cause I'm the sort of guy who can snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. But it's not getting me down, cause there's a girl who spins my world around. And it's for sure that every time I'm loving her, the world collapses under her. And all that's left is her and me, and she gets me high. Hey Megan! High, high, and it's alright. She's been lifting me up into the sunshine. She's been pulling me up past the smog line. She's been dragging me up past my agony. Oh, this girl, she is fine. And she gets me high, 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 and it's alright. Ooh, every time I think that everything's gonna work out, someone comes and kicks me in the balls. And every time it happens, I get a bit desensitized. Now my balls don't work at all. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, it's so sad. And it's breaking my heart. But my heart's nothing to worry about, cause the rest of me's falling apart. Hey, Megan, how you doing? Hey, Texas, how you doing, man? So for you guys, for those of you that don't know, Megan Lennius is another music streamer. She and I, Raquel Lilly, Sam Tucker Young, and Limbo. So we were all streamers at the Netherlands meetup. All of us are planning on touring next summer. So same kind of time as I'm doing, the same time frame as I'm doing this. Well, no, it's gonna be like July and July, maybe into early August. All 5 of us are gonna go on tour across the United States. So we're still sorting it all out, but I've already started reaching out to venues and blah blah blah. So it's gonna be awesome. So and then Texas, how you doing, man? So Texas Raw is another music streamer, and he's absolutely awesome. And the last time we actually rated him. We actually rated him about 6 minutes ago. No, like it was like last time. I think it was on Friday night, and we got there just at the very tail end of his stream. So thank you. Thanks for bringing folks over, man. And that was supposed to be the end of my stream. But I can stick around. I can stick around for another couple tunes if you guys would like. So what I've been doing though, so I'm going through my entire catalog of music from the very first record to my very last record. So I've got 16 albums in stores. A lot of them are huge records. I've got like quadruple records and double albums and stuff like that. So and then I've got a whole bunch of side project albums and a bunch of EPs. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to play all of the songs that I've memorized to see exactly how many, like back when I first started doing Twitch, I could only play about 40 of my songs. I think I can handle about 150, maybe even pushing 200. So I'm doing this just to check it out. But I'm totally willing to futz with this if you guys like, because you brought folks over. Megan's here. That's so if you guys don't know Megan, she's absolutely amazing. She's absolutely mind-blowingly amazing. You must follow her and check out her next stream. She's got a voice that is one part angelic and one part satanic. No, I mean she has a lot of power, and she uses that power. She uses that with great responsibility, like Spider-Man. She's like a female spider. No, anyway, but yeah, so she's awesome. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, Shane? Good to see you, brother. And so give her a follow and check out her stuff if you don't know her. I'm certain most of you do. The Twitch streaming music community is pretty small. Texas Raw, I've only caught him once before, but he's absolutely awesome. And he's also from Texas. So the thing is that us Texans have to stick together. It's a big state. There's a lot of empty space between but there's lots of amazing people. And he's a genuine real dude, like genuinely decent human being, great performer. Like you can't go wrong with that, right? So So all right, so yeah, so what should I so do you guys want me to I challenge you to do soul food from memory? Oh yeah, no, that's there's no way. I mean, I could. Standing at the crossroads with a lantern and a crucifix. I think I already screwed it up. I think I already screwed it up because I think it starts off with midnight at the crossroads. But anyway, yeah. So yeah. So I think you're right, Justin. I think I should keep playing. So if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna keep playing in the sequence because the thing is like you know, and I apologize if like. But the thing is it because it's I'm also kind of weaving the story of how all these albums came to be and kind of like what because there have been multiple times in my music career where I was like, I should just give it up now. I should totally give it up. And then something happens. Somebody licenses one of my songs or just there's always been something that's kind of like, oh no, I got to keep going on, you know? And it's been that way. It's literally been like my whole music career has been like this weird, like, no, don't do it. No, stop. Do not do it. Oh, come on, do it. And no, stop. And please do not make any more music. Please, no, we don't want to hear it. We don't. Oh, we love your music. And so it's, and so at some point in time in 2010, I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. This is what I do. I'm going to do this full tilt. This is what I do. I before that point in time, from 2002 to 2010, for 8 years, it was awesome. Hey, I'm making money and things are great. But in 2010, you know, I left our record label and I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea. One thing I do know is I'm not going to do the things I don't like to do. I'm not going to court the press. I'm not going to, I'm just going to make music. I'm going to write music. I'm not going to even like anything I don't like to do, anything that turns me off, anything that makes music unfun, not going to do it. And that's made for a very, very bizarre and interesting experience. Right. And so it took me a long time to kind of figure out, to find my way. But so this album was the album I'm playing right now. It was written in 2006. This was an album that I thought was never going to come out. I was writing these songs just for myself. It was just so happened that Grey's Anatomy asked me for some more music, and I was like, yeah, I got more stuff. I sent it to them, and they're like, we want some more of these songs from you. So I was like, okay, well, cool. So I went back to the record label who were not interested in putting out a second record with me. And I was like, hey guys, Grey's Anatomy wants more music. I only want to do it if you want to do a whole another record. So they're like, all right, let's do another record. So I put as many songs as could fit on an 80-minute CD. So all of these songs were written just for me to keep my sanity, you know? They were not written intended to be heard by anybody but myself. I'm not a very nice guy. I've made so many women cry, and I know I am alone, and that's the way it's meant to be. I've been cruel, I played the fool, and I made a mess of everything. I betrayed a promise I made, and I hurt her through and through. Now it's done, she's finally gone, and I don't know what to do. I think I might set my house on fire, hang myself from the telephone wire, bomb the Trade Center, and crash all the trains. Murder by millions and feast on their brains. I am ashamed. I'm not a very good man. I've done so many underhanded things. I cannot sing about the things that I have done, because I'm afraid of what they would say when my sins have all been spun. I live in fear of yesteryear, and I live in fear of you. All I want is to be gone, 'cause I don't know what to do. been changed by my shame. Oh, I'm not the same. I might set my house on fire, hang myself from a telephone wire, bomb the Trade Center and crash all the trains. Murdered by millions and feast on their brains. Bomb the Trade Center and crash all the trains. Murdered by millions and feast on their brains. I am ashamed. Yeah. So that's a song called "Murdered by Millions." Yeah, again, like most of these songs really were written, you know, at a point in time when I knew. I mean, certainly people. I knew people were going to be listening live because I was still playing out in Los Angeles. I knew, but even so, I knew like I had done one show. I put together a band specifically for this show. I was playing at the Echo. It was a Kiss or Kill night. I opened the show. I was like I'll play, but I just want to open the show. And yeah, man, and people were like, "What the?" Because I was a pop punk kid, you know, and so all of a sudden I'm playing this music, and they're like, "What the fuck happened to Mike?" You know, and I'm like, "Yeah, you know, that's like if you don't change, I can't just be asked to put out pop punk records to the end of my days. That would drive me insane. I'm not the Ramones, you know." And so this record kind of popped out of me. So I wrote this next song I wrote in 2001. I was on tour with my buddies, the band Arlo. They had just signed to Sub Pop, which is the same record label as Nirvana and Soundgarden and the Postal Service and the Shins and all, you know, like the thing is that like, there's a great pedigree for that. Hey, thank you, Bobcat. There's a great pedigree of bands on Sub Pop, you know. And so my buddies had just signed to Sub Pop. They were super excited, and we toured up to Seattle so they could go sign some papers and kind of deal with some like publicity stuff. And so so we're staying with Tony Keywell, who's the A&R, who's still an A&R guy at Sub Pop. He's been there for 20 years, real genuine sweetheart, good guy. And so we're staying at his place, and so everybody goes over to the Sub Pop offices, and they leave me at Tony's. And so I sit down and I'm like, I'll write a song while they're away. Now this was in 2000. So this is before, this is in 2001. This is right after, maybe it was 2002. Cause it was post September 11th. And it was kind of right around the time that people were starting to question whether there really were weapons of mass destruction. And I was like, motherfucker. And so I wrote this song way back in 2002, 2003, whenever that was thrown into question, and it still resonates to this day. It goes, the president's a liar and the people are stupid and no one really gives a fuck. Everyone's a racist, everybody is a liar and everyone is playing rough. The world is all fucked up, my friend, as bad as it's ever been. And someday soon, the world is gonna end, we'll begin again. Kids are all screwy, the economy's kablooey, and there's thieves at every turn. There's nobody that we can trust, and everybody's getting burned. The world is all fucked up, my friend, as bad as it's ever been. And someday soon, the world is gonna end, we'll begin again. Over. Over. The kids are on drugs and the older insane, and there's traffic on every street. Work is for assholes, but everybody's working just to make ends meet. The world is all fucked up, my friend, as bad as it's ever been. And someday soon, the world is gonna end, we'll begin again. Over. cops corrupt and the prisons are full and the lawyers are crooked men. Gandhi's been shot, Jesus crucified, and Malcolm's been laid to rest. The world is all fucked up, my friend, as bad as it's ever been. And someday soon, the world is gonna end, we'll begin again. Ba-da-doom boom, boom, ba-doo-ba-doom boom, ba-ba-da-doop-ba-doop-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo over. Over. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it with that one because I just realized I've been playing for 4 hours, and I'm afraid that food has been ready for a full hour, and I've been a total jerk. So I can't believe that 4 hours shot by like that. That's crazy. So thank you, Bobcat. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I want to thank Texas Raw for bringing folks over. It was great to see Megan. I love you guys. I love all you guys. Thank you so much. I want to thank you, Yoxie. Thank you so much, man, for donating. Hopefully I see you guys again soon. I'm gonna pick this up tomorrow. I'm gonna pick it up with In the Name of All That's Evil on the Earth. And thank you so much. Am I pronouncing that correctly? But thank you for the host, man. That was very kind of you. I'm sorry I couldn't play it much longer, but yeah, I've been playing for 4 hours now. I want to keep my voice in shape all week long. So I love you guys. Let's see who we gonna go raid. Who are we gonna go raid? Amen, De Respirator. Thank you, brother. I agree 100%. So who are we gonna raid now? Who we gonna raid now? Who is alive? Uh-oh. Who we gonna raid now? Who we gonna raid now? We could raid weird things. Yeah, we haven't raided. Yeah. Well, certainly, of course, Hera. If you'd like, yeah, absolutely. Oh, Andy, no. Let's go raid Andy, guys. Andy Boying was one of the other people that joined me. Was one of my buddies at the Netherlands EU meetup. We have not yet had a chance to raid him. I love this guy. He's amazing. He's a genuine, amazing, awesome dude. And I have not had a chance to raid him since I got back from the Netherlands, which was almost 2 weeks ago. So I will definitely follow Sarah Jazz Hera, and I will try to raid her. I'm doing this at the exact same time all week long. So hopefully I'll get another opportunity to raid her again if she maintains the same schedule. But really, truthfully, we do need to go raid Andy. We've been trying to raid him for days now. So, all right, I like it. 3,000 fierce butterflies. Okay, so that's the raid call. Thank you so much. I will follow Sarah Jazz. Do not worry about that hair, and we will definitely raid her in the coming days. Thank you so much, man, for turning me on to her. And I love you guys. I love you. I will see you all very soon. Let's go raid Andy Boying. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for just being here and let me do my thing in your ear holes. It's very kind of you to let me molest your ear holes the way you do. 3,000. Yeah, 3,000. Although 3,000 butterflies is not as many as you think it might be. I mean, it's like a gaggle, but like. All right, I love you guys. Adios. A biento. Tutler. Auf Wiedersehen.